from Lexington Christian Academy. This is the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase.
Welcome on back into the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. I'm Tyler Melito.
And I'm Peyton Eagle. We kicked off the game earlier today for our pregame show at 5 o'clock. We are also here dark and early before sunrise to get things ready for kickoff with Home Team Friday night's kickoff. We were just talking about that a moment ago in our special that just aired. Tyler, we're so excited for all the schools we're going to get to go to because of people like this. How are you guys feeling?
We got the LCA dance and cheer team. They were out here dark and early with us like we just talked about. And Peyton, they're going to be bringing the energy up until this second game all the way through.
They are. I'm excited because we're going to get to talk with them. They're going to do a routine once we get a little bit later into halftime. But this game is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to join Paul, Andre, and Colby in the booth in just a second. They're going to give some great analysis. You have LCA first-year head coach Oakley Watkins. Going to be very exciting for him as this is his first game as head coach. And of course, North Hardin, who is Andre Woodson's alma mater.
Yeah, and a team with a lot of experience. Andre, let's hope you don't go full Troy Aikman on us like the Cowboys. I know you're a professional. I have full faith. They've been doing a great job. Should we send it up to them, though?
Yeah, but first, let's hear it for these cheer and dance.
One more time. Let's hear it. Again, we will have them at halftime. We'll have kickoff in the game in a few moments. Paul, Andre, Colby, we'll send it up to you.
Well, how about that energy? I hope we can bring that much energy here in the booth. Again, I'm Colby Wilson alongside Paul Jones and Andre Woods. So happy to be with you guys for our Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. Going into game 2 of the night, like they kind of previewed down there, Lexington Christian, the host, taking on North Hardin. Paul, we'll start with you in the home team analysis of the Eagles so far.
Well, Tyler talked about Oakley Watkins, this being his first year as the LCA head coach. But it's not like he hasn't been around this program for a long time. This is actually his 12th season with the Eagles program. And, you know, he has a great mentor in Doug Charles, who retired at the end of last season. In fact, Coach Watkins and Coach Charles talk all the time. In fact, sometimes to the wife's chagrin, because Coach Charles has this saying. He says, doze but never close. That means he's open for late phone calls all the time, and Oakley Watkins takes them up on it. They are still very tight, and Coach Charles is helping with the program in certain ways as the future moves on, so it's kind of cool to see.
And they did, in fact, talk about the game plan here tonight, so that's super unique. Also moving on to North Hardin. Andre, close to home over there. What are you hoping to see from your alum tonight?
Yeah, well, I was talking to Coach Thompson. Obviously, he has a stable of different athletes, super dynamic. They run a tempo-style offense. They're going to get those balls into playmakers' hands, give them an opportunity to make plays in space. So I'm really excited to see what they look like today. This is my first time watching them in over 20 years, so hopefully they put out a good show.
What number did you wear when you played for North Hardin?
Number 3.
Did they retire that number?
They didn't. They should have.
The nerve.
Come on, North.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see who's number 3 out there tonight.
That's right. Well, we will do a whole lot of talking tonight, but we're actually going to send it down for the pregame prayer.
Before we begin, please bow your heads as LCA senior Caleb Jager leads us in our
Lord, please just bless this game and bless the players. Lord, help keep us safe and allow us to have a fun and amazing game. Lord, we thank you so much for your mercies and how you renew our spirit every day. Lord, let us just be the players that you want us to be and help us to love and enjoy the moments we have. Lord, we thank you so much for this day. We pray in your name. Amen.
And now, in honor of all the men and women defending our freedom, please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem. performed by ecampus.com Director of Digital Marketing and LCA alum Ross Hill.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield for the coin toss, where Matt Montgomery, President and CEO of eCampus.com and Fox 56 Evening Anchor, Marvin Bartlett, are delivering the game ball for tonight's game.
You'll call it. Yes, you'll call it. In the air. All right, you ready? He calls heads, and it's tails. You've won the toss. You have the option to kick, receive, defend, or defer.
We want to defer.
You want to defer. They've got the second half option. I assume you want the football. Which way do you want to kick? Kick away from the board. Turn around, put your backs toward the board. Turn around, face the board. Shake hands, fellas. Have a great game.
LCA has
will receive to start this second game of the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. Once again, Paul Jones alongside Fox 56 Sports Director Colby Wilson and UK legend Andre Woodson. We are excited about the second game in our doubleheader. This one follows South Warren's victory just a short time ago over the Bryan Station Defenders. And so we move on to game two under the lights, the Friday night lights, guys.
And you can feel the energy here. I mean, this LCA fan base, look at the students already jumping up, getting ready. The song It's a Party is coming on. You hear that at UK football games, Andre. I don't know if that's very familiar to you. But, and here come the Eagles. North Hardin just ran on right before then, but an exciting way to kick off the high school football season here at Lexington Christian.
And I like the fact that the younger kids get a chance to participate in the run out as well. You know, that's the thrill for them. It's big time.
That's incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
That is awesome. Well, while we have time before the opening kickoff, why don't we look at the starting lineups for tonight's second game, and we start with the quarterback for LCA, Carter Penix. He wears number 2. He'll have Bodie Darland, number 4 in the offensive backfield. Wide receivers are Dawson Farmer, Sam Pearson, and Jeremiah Burbage wearing number 21. Interesting note about Jeremiah Burbage, by the way. His father, Cornell, played at UK and played professionally for the Dallas Cowboys. Jeremiah, just a sophomore, so he expects big things, I'm sure, down the road as well, given that lineage. And tight end Tyler King wears number 1. As far as the LCA offensive line, Colby?
We've got Holden Kleiber, number 64, starting at offensive tackle. Davis Kerwin, number 59. Nick Greer, wearing number 56. Matt Montgomery, 57. And Brody Adams, 52.
Interesting about Matt Montgomery. We're going to have to check on this, guys, but Matt Montgomery is the president and CEO of eCampus.com. Could it possibly be his son?
You're up to something, Paul.
I mean, Matt Montgomery's not that uncommon of a name, but we'll do a little research.
There we go.
Dig into that and figure it out.
Absolutely. Well, we've got kickoff coming up here soon in Game 2 of our Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. Game 1 was a great one, so excited for this one.
Andre, to my left, taking copious notes as he gets ready to watch his alma mater for the first time in some 20 years. We'll have to figure out who wears number 3 for the Trojans.
No doubt.
I can give you the answer right now before we get to the kickoff. Number 3 on my roster is Stephen Boykins, a junior wide receiver.
Listen, we're expecting big things out of Stephen.
There you go. There's the answer to the trivia question. So we're just about set for the opening kickoff. And interestingly enough, I'm trying to see who the kicker is. No, that's not number 3. Okay.
Is that 34?
34, okay.
If that's correct, my eyes are...
So. Anyway, here we go. We're underway in the second game between these two schools, and it starts with a big special teams tackle by the Eagles.
Yeah, you can feel the energy already. I mean, it's electric out here. The atmosphere is really intense. Both teams are ready to compete at a super high level. I'm excited to see what North Hardin's going to display, and I know Lexington Christian Academy is super excited to have this opportunity to compete against such great talent.
Andre, as the Trojans come onto the field, what are you expecting to see from this offense to start?
I want to see how efficient they're going to be offensively. I know that they're a spread team, high tempo, so they're going to show a variation of different formation shifts, trying to get their athletes in space to create plays, but how effective will they be sustaining the chains and just moving the ball and generating points? That's what I'm interested to see.
Jakelin Kirkland is the guy under center. The senior quarterback wears number 7. And when we were talking with Coach Brent Thompson earlier this week, he had the great quote about Kirkland. He said, when the lights come on, he's a gamer.
Yeah, I love that.
Great description. You all want to be described that way by your head coach. That's fantastic. So we'll see what kind of gamer he is under the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. The handoff right there over the right side for minimal gain. That Eagle defense up to the challenge early on.
You know, the thing about Lexington Christian Academy, they're going to be returning 8 of 11 defensive starters. Their defensive front is considered one of the biggest in Kentucky. And so North Hardin's going to have their hands full all night trying to get any type of vertical movement, gap, or, you know, zone blocking. So they're going to have to be really effective in terms of landmarks and making sure that they got their man.
Ooh.
Nice.
Pass is complete over the right side for first down yardage. Oh, that was on 3rd and 4, by the way. You know, you talked about the defense, Andre, and when we were talking with Oakley Watkins earlier this week, he did say the defense is going to be a big plus for them. And we're going to find out quickly tonight. They're big along the defensive line for sure.
Yeah, they're really stout. And you can tell they have a lot of great lane integrity. They're going to be disciplined. So we're going to have to be really good. North Hardin's going to have to be really good with hand placement, making sure that they don't get penalties or, you know, unnecessary mental mistakes with penalties and miscues.
That was a screen pass to Lamorlia Bird for no gain. We're at 2nd and 10 now.
It'll be fun to see these two fronts go up against each other because North Hardin, they have returned 4 talented guys on the offensive end. So, there we go.
Smart.
Right there.
Yeah, what I love to see out of North right now is they have some massive human beings on that front line. I mean, those are some ginormous guys. And so it's certainly going to give the quarterback an opportunity to sit back in the pocket, progress, make the right decision. Hopefully he can be super precise with ball placement and decision making, but I think they're going to give him an opportunity to be successful tonight.
Kirkland to the air, throwing down the middle, overthrows everybody, including a diving Eagle defender. Number 8, trying to make the interception there for LCA, but Nash Whelan not quite able to haul it in. By the way, Nash Whelan is the second string quarterback on this team and will see playing time behind Carter Penix. We were told it'd be about maybe a 65-35 split.
Just a sophomore too, so excited to see his capabilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this LCA crowd is getting going. We got 3rd and 5.
Jeremiah Burbage trying to get the crowd going. They don't need much help though, do they? Here's Kirkland.
Oh, the rail routes there.
Eludes the rush. Rolling to his right, then flicks it into the open field to number 17. It's a completion for a first down. P.J. Bostic moving the sticks.
You know, I love the concept right there. They have a post, they have a rail route. Technically, the tailback's running to the sideline. Quarterback has an opportunity to float it up to him. Instead, he sees the pocket collapse. He extends the play, dumps it off to his shallow. I mean, that's really smart football, not forcing it. And now you're able to move the chain. So hopefully you'll continue with that momentum.
Senior to senior on that last play. Kirkland once again to the air. Short pass in the open field. Quickly brought down by the Eagle defender, but looks to be about a gain of 6 or maybe 7 yards. That was number 13, Alex Barkley with the snag.
Something interesting to watch. I was talking to some of the LCA coaches, and they said Ronald Lunds, who's number 10 receiver for North Hardin, apparently is super electric, someone they're going to try to key all game long. So I know North's been very intentional trying to get the ball in his hands. We'll see how that plays out.
Meantime, the ball is in someone else's hands right now. Number 21, Zayden Winfield. Not much there either. The Eagles are bowing up here trying to stop this drive, but so far the opponent has worked its way inside the LCA 30-yard line, facing a 3rd and 5 though. Chance to end this drive, maybe force a field goal for LCA if they can just have one more nice stop for less than 5 yards. Crowd, loud, ready. Kirkland firing, wide open. Senior to senior once again. That's P.J. Bostic hauling it in for his 2nd catch of the night and move the sticks.
You know, and it appears that the quarterback's actually reading the front 7. They have 7 guys in the box. He has the option to either hand it off or potentially take a sort of a dump pass. The guy's running out. You have the outside receiver run a vertical. Depending on how the corner drops or sits, you have the option of hitting one of those 2 receivers. It's a really smart concept. The quarterback continues to recognize and takes what the defense gives him. Oh, it could be a long night for LCA.
Over into the right side of the flat.
There goes Lunds. We just talked about him.
And Lunds.
You called it.
Lunges into the end zone for a touchdown.
Unbelievable. Amazing play.
It's called foreshadowing, Andre.
Absolutely.
You've been good at that tonight.
Listen, we need to see that replay.
Well, that's one way to start the game right there.
Absolutely.
For North Hardin, a touchdown first drive. I don't think Coach Thompson could ask for anything better right there from his group.
You know, one of the things that
Coach
Thompson talked about right before the game started, the goal was going to be they need to block effectively and they need to establish the run game. Not only did they do both of those, but they were super effective passing it too and taking what the defense gave them.
Here's the replay, by the way. Kirkland quickly getting it out of his hands. And then a great job of eluding players and Lunds just enough to get to right at the pylon.
And we do have an injury on the field. Looks like that's North Hardin's 28, who is
Caden Thompson.
Caden Thompson walking
Kicker.
off on his own will. Oh. Getting a little help from the training staff. It looks like ultimately he's walking off.
So the thing to point out is LCA for this entire summer has been preparing for North Hardin's high-tempo offense. How will they quickly adjust after that first series to prevent them from getting the ball in space like they just did? I'm interested, will they start giving various looks? Will they get some blitzes? Will they apply pressure? That will, you know, sort of be the theme we'll have to pay attention to as the game evolves.
And how much will tiredness play in effect with that tempo?
Great
first
point.
game of the season as well. Be interesting to take a look at that.
Great point.
Kick is underway. LCA has received. Looks like that was number 1 for the Eagles.
Tyler King, senior, wide receiver in DB, and also a special teamer.
And one thing for LCA, talking to Coach Watkins ahead of this showcase, they are banged up a little bit in terms of their skilled guys. It's also interesting, we do have an injury. Now everyone's taking a knee. We'll look to give you a name and a number as soon as we can see that. Our injured player is still down for LCA at the moment.
Hard though, ain't they?
Scary situation.
For sure.
You just hate to see something like this at any point in the season. First game, it's tough.
For our spectators right now, we're looking at the guy on the field. He doesn't appear to have much ligament movement. So we're hoping just to see some leg movement or some body movement, but currently it's pretty stationary. Oh, good to see his legs move. That's good. There we go.
There we go. He is up.
Good.
Always a great sign, and he was walking off.
Big relief for Tyler King. Yeah, that's good to see. It looks like
great.
he's even coming off with a little bounce in his step. We may see him back again tonight. Let's hope so.
Also for Oakley Watkins, it'll be interesting. You look back on their past QBs here at LCA. You had Cutter Boley, who was, of course, more of your pocket QB. Then you went to Saxton Howard, who was also now at UK. He was more of your running type of quarterback, and now we're back to a throwing quarterback with Carter Pennick. So excited to see what he can do out here in game 1 of his senior season.
6 foot tall, 170 pounds. Again, he will at times share some of the action with Nash Whelan, who wears number 8. But for now, it's Penix. And for now, it's the handoff over the right side. Great job of breaking a tackle, but it only leads to a couple of extra yards. Nice extra effort right there from number 33 for LCA.
Violent hit from that tailback.
Mac Garland.
I think he actually took the worst of it. He took the blunt of it.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. He did sort of hobble
like
off at
he's
the
got
end there and bend over.
He's got a stinger to the shoulder. Pierce.
Yes.
He's shaking up on the sideline.
Looks like he's
2nd
holding
and
up.
2, midfield. It's the end around to Sam Pearson, one of the speedy wide receivers, and he shows off that speed right there. Andre, back to that stinger real quick. Did you ever suffer one when you were playing? And if so, how painful are they?
They can be extreme. I had a couple AC sprains that are a little bit worse than stingers, but yeah, I mean, you lose all sensation of your shoulders or ligaments, so it can be really painful and difficult to come back from. Hopefully he'll be okay, but he looks like he's in great agony on the sideline.
There's a good look at the LCA fan base.
Did we see that blue bob? How about that? That wig right there. I love that.
I'm going to wear that to work on Monday.
Oh, the viewers will love that, Paul.
Yeah, they will. All right, number 2 now in at quarterback. And that is still Carter Penix giving it off right there for a gain of maybe 4 yards up the middle.
I can't wait to see how this North Hardin defense performs. When we talked to Coach Thompson about what this team hangs their hat on, he said they hang their hat on defense, and that defense wins championships trying to establish a run game. So we'll see how their DNA and that defensive side of the ball will be throughout this game.
Yeah, you know, the one great thing about North, they've produced tons of talents over the years. I know one guy in particular who's probably listening tonight, Derek Alfonso, one of the best talents to ever come out of the city of Radcliffe. So I'm just glad to see that they're still producing such great talent.
And good news, Tyler King is back in the game. He's been on that play right there for a decent chunk of yardage, but it's still going to bring up 3rd down for the Eagle offense.
Good decision by the quarterback. You know, the one thing I noticed for LCA, they have Morgan Newton on their coaching staff, who's a former quarterback for Kentucky, and he's done a phenomenal job with them coaching and getting those QBs to play at a high level. So very cool to see that he's in the coaching biz.
2 former Kentucky
That's
quarterbacks
right.
in the house tonight here at LCA.
We technically have quite a few former Kentucky guys here, I just noticed.
Who else did you notice?
I'll pull up some names in a little bit.
Well, LCA converts, gets the 1st down. The drive is alive. Carter Penix with Nash Whelan, the 2 quarterbacks on the team, in the backfield right now. One QB handing off to the other, and Whelan goes up the middle, thought he had something until he realized he didn't. Nice tackle right there for the North Hardin Trojans. That was number 33, Malachi Willis. You know, he was one of the players that Coach Brent Thompson said we needed to be on the lookout in this game. Senior defensive lineman.
Something I find interesting already, LCA is giving a heap of different formations and concepts. That's something North will have to continue to adjust and prepare for. But right now, they've responded really well. They've attacked the ball. But LCA is going to continue to really put a lot of strain on the defense to make quick decisions in terms of alignments and different formations.
That was a blessing in disguise, by the way, that drop pass, because that play was going nowhere. Instead of 3rd and 9, it would probably be about 3rd and 15,
Absolutely.
3rd and 14, something like that. So good job dropping the ball. Maybe he planned it.
Yeah.
Speaking of those other Kentucky QBs, Tim Couch's son, Brady Couch, is on LCA. There you go, right there.
In fact, we may have the chance to talk to him
Yeah, I'm
tonight.
sure he is.
Penix on 3rd and 9 from the 25. Deep drop back, throwing into the end zone. A wide open wide receiver, and that's Sam Pearson in for the Eagles touchdown. That was a beautiful play right there. Just the way Oakley Watkins wanted it to play out. And the Eagles are on the board.
We'll need to see that replay. That's a great concept, though. Basically, a misdirection. Try to get the defense to flow one direction while the receivers are basically bending back the opposite, wide open. And it's a level play, so there's one guy running the shot and another guy running a climb route.
And kudos to that offensive line, giving the quarterback and Sam Pearson time to let it develop.
Yep.
Dean Hester on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
Also,
we're tied at 7.
Great story on Sam Pearson. When you talked to Coach Watkins ahead of the showcase, not the tallest wide receiver. He even said, Coach, come on, you can't give me 5'9" on the roster. Push me up a little bit. But Oakley Watkins gave him a lot of credit, said that he thinks he's one of the best wide receivers in the 2027 class. Here's the replay right here for us on that catch from Pearson.
Boy, just dropped it in the basket, yeah.
Not the way the quarterback wanted to throw it, but ultimately it got there and got 7 for it.
Well, now this ball game's tied 7-7, 4:56 left in the first. Start your day with the Fox 56 Morning News. Join Paul Jones, Krista Spadaccini, and Chief Meteorologist Justin Logan every weekday morning from 5 to 9 a.m. for the latest headlines, weather updates, and a little fun, of course, to help you start your day. Local stories, accurate forecasts, and a team you can trust. The Fox 56 Morning News.
Tell you what, Colby, I know you've had the pleasure of coming on the morning shift every once in a while. I love working with Chris Spadaccini. I love working with Justin Logan. And speaking of Justin, he was out here before game 1 this afternoon or early evening with the ceremonial coin toss.
Absolutely. We talk about Tyler and Peyton being the best duo. I would say you and Krista are pretty high up there as well. You guys complement each other well.
Well, come back anytime.
Yeah.
So we're tied at 7. There's the kickoff. Kind of a, well, not much of a, kind of a sort of a pooch kick, but before it happened, there's a flag on the field, and it looks like maybe the Eagles were a little too excited to get that play going. So they'll bring it back and do it all over again. When you lose yardage on the kickoff, Andre, does that change your strategy at all in terms of a pooch kick?
You know, possibly. I don't know the theory or the thinking here. I assume they're trying to prevent from Lunds receiving or having an opportunity to return the kick, which is sort of explains or justifies why they continue to do this pooch kick. If that's the case, then no, I think your strategy continues to remain. We're just going to kick it to the second level, but we're not going to give them an opportunity to return it and potentially get a big play out of it. That's how much of a threat he is, apparently, to the team. The
Trojan return men are at their own 30-yard line. So this is fixing to be a good start to their next offensive possession if all things go well here for them. This time he gives it the full boot and trying to kick it past everybody, and in fact does. It rolls all the way into the end zone after landing at about the 1-yard line. So
Smart.
Nice job there.
Yep, really smart by this coaching staff. And obviously they've had a lot of historical success. I mean, they were 11-3 last year. They've had double-digit wins in 8 of the last 9 seasons. I mean, last year they were led by a really physical and talented offensive line that sort of set the tone early and often each game. And this year, obviously, they're trying to still find their identity, but you can tell they're really coached up well.
Get this record. Doug Charles, last 6 seasons, or in his 6 seasons as the head coach, 65-15 record for LCA.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible. Hey, winning is hard. So that is incredible. Winning and then consistently winning is a hard thing to do. So he definitely laid the foundation here at LCA that I know Oakley Watkins is looking to continue.
He and Oakley seem to have almost like the same demeanor too. You know, just kind of good-natured people.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Calm, cool, and collected, and successful. That's a great combination.
There you go.
So the Trojans now try their next drive, and it's headed backwards. That Eagle defense. Oh, wow, nice job of getting something out of nothing. Woo!
Impressive run.
I believe that was Lamoria Beard turning nothing into something. Maybe a gain of 5 yards, 6 yards.
Yeah, I thought, admittedly, he was stopped in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. Managed to get out of that. Did a couple spins, stiff arm. It's an incredible run.
Actually 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now from the 28.
Quick check with me. Looking at the sideline for a play. Coach is making an adjustment. Looks like they got man-to-man. Delay a game. Yep.
Get ready to watch the arms crossed. That's John Smoot, by the way, who you'll be hearing his voice throughout the evening. Hopefully not too much, though, right, guys?
Hey, they didn't get a break from that first game.
Let's hope Smoot is mute.
Yeah.
So again, we're tied at 7 with just under 4 minutes to go in an entertaining first quarter here at Lexington Christian Academy, game 2 of the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. Another running play by the Trojans. Up the middle, not much to show for.
You know, LCA, I mean, again, they're really disciplined. I think North Hardin can probably win the line of scrimmage and get some vertical movement, but those linebackers are quickly filling the gaps. don't be surprised if North starts to do some type of RPO or play action just to draw them in and take a deeper shot.
Kirkland looking for somebody downfield. Doesn't get much, and to add insult to injury, there's a yellow hanky on the field, which is most likely a penalty against the Trojans. Public address announcer said, "Let's see what's up." Flag on the play. I like the way he talks.
Still waiting for that call. Holding looks like. On the off.
But it's declined. Okay.
And also, Coach, Oakley Watkins, a man of many hats. He's been play calling, making the play calls for his 8th straight season. I'm like, how do you're paying attention to all phases from defense, offense, and special teams, and your play calling. I'm like, I need to understand how to do that kind of stuff.
There's the punt.
Looks like it's
number 7.
Davin Hood, the junior. Or was that Tyler King?
That was Davin Hood, number 7. I think. Oh, was it number 1?
The one kind of looks like it is number 1. Yep, Tyler King, go-to guy right there.
We need a spotter up here.
You got the binoculars, Paul.
I know, but my eyes can't look through them for some reason. I'm having trouble. There's that song again. What great starting field position for LCA's offense now, starting at the 33, 34-yard line of North Hardin.
Yeah, for North to be successful, they're clearly going to have to move the chains, make sure there's no turnovers. But again, a critical aspect to the game is make sure you control field position right now. It's not a good start for them.
Bennett Goudalis up the middle for maybe about 6 yards, bringing up 2nd and 4 or so. 2nd and 3, gain 7.
See if the defense can step up to the call. Get a stop here.
Tyler King out the far side. And then Sam Pearson, who caught that touchdown just a short time ago, on the near side. 2 men in motion. That may not be legal, guys.
Doesn't look like. You got a flag on the play.
Prior to the snap.
As a defender, that's really tough. You have 2 guys going quick motion, shift. Naturally, you're going to flinch because you think, hey, the play's live. That's where you have to be super disciplined and watch the football.
It's actually a good strategy by LCA there then. Okay, I stand corrected.
Oh.
1st and 10.
No, I think they got a false start. We're doing the game.
You know, you kind of can expect in the first game of the season you're going to have moments like this. I know these coaches
5-yard penalty. Remains first down
on LCA. I know these coaches kind of expected to work through some of those growing pains here early in the first quarter.
Definitely seeing a few of those.
Yeah, I think we'll see tons of mental errors. And those are just some of the things teams have to iron out. But when you're getting close to the red zone, inevitably you don't want to have those type of errors.
It's hard enough getting into the end zone in the red zone. You just make it more difficult on yourself.
It certainly is.
So now 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Penix may go to the air at this point. Play action. Slant pass. What a catch. No, did not haul it in. Tyler King tried to make that catch kind of behind him.
It looked like the ball was tipped by the outside linebacker. I don't know if we can get a replay on that. I'm assuming that's why the ball sailed, but we might not get a replay.
Second and 15 now. Penix looked like he was going left, but instead went to the right, and he dodged a bullet after the nice defensive bat down right there by the Trojans.
That's what they teach you. Get a hand up, right? Those defensive linemen.
Really great play by the defense. Otherwise, if that ball manages to get to the receiver, they were running a jailbreak screen. I think that guy had about 20 yards in front of him. Tons of grass.
What could have been.
Uh-huh.
Could have been. Big play here. 3rd and 15. The Eagles need a big chunk of yardage to keep this drive alive.
Let's see if North gets aggressive.
Burbage went in motion. They had 3 guys to the left. And now it's Penix taking off up the middle, and he has a lot of room to roam. Carter Penix in for the touchdown from 28 yards out.
Great play by Penix.
Boy, that was the parting of the seas, guys.
Yeah.
Check out the fans after that touchdown.
Penix does a really good job. He goes into his drop back, goes to his progression. Then he just kind of sees the hole open up. Initially trying to get the first down, and he gets more than that. Touchdown.
Big play right there for LCA, and he does the holding on the extra points too, so he's going to have a hand in all of the points going on the board here for LCA. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
Andre, and I'm sure that's what you expect to see from a veteran senior quarterback. Coach Watkins talked about him being a game manager, but right there we just saw him. He just make the right play.
Yeah. Again, they're in a condensed formation, just running shallow. Right there, he sees no one's open, tucks it, tries to get as many yards as he can, and subsequently gets a touchdown.
When you think about the quarterback history at LCA, one of the guys that comes to mind immediately is Cutter Boley, who, Andre, is playing for your alma mater right now. What have you seen from Cutter Boley in the limited action that he's seen with the Wildcats that impresses you?
I mean, he certainly got a lot of talent, all the attributes to be successful. He just has to make that transition into that leadership position and translate what he can do on the field. As long as he's able to continuously improve week by week and take the steps necessary to be super successful at that level, playing it against, the top talent in the country, sky's the limit. But it all takes time, and as long as he's willing to be dedicated and committed and making those investments, he'll certainly be fine. But it doesn't happen overnight. We certainly know that.
It's not easy being patient either.
It's not.
Waiting for his chance. So we're 14-7 now, LCA in front with just under 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Here's the ensuing kickoff, not too deep. It's picked up right there by number 21, Zayden Winfield, and he's trying to get upfield just for a few yards. But pretty good special teams coverage by those Eagles.
I got to say, for LCA to lose 4 of their 5 starting linemen and be so dominant last year and now make the pivot to more of a dynamic spread, balanced style offense with a little bit of tempo is really impressive. I mean, they're throwing out a multitude of different formation shifts and then trying to get players the ball in space. They seem to be really dangerous with this style of offense, and potentially could be a legitimate threat for AA state champions this year.
Well, they definitely have realistic state championship aspirations. When we talked to Oakley Watkins earlier in the week, he said that exact quote. So he's confident.
How do you build that chemistry and communication in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, it's a good question, especially in a high school level, right? It's like, the guys are going to have to take the time to find opportunities to practice on their own. Coaches can't organize it. You have to go out and do routes versus air, skelly, 7-on-7, compete against different schools. So it certainly takes quite a bit of time, but clearly they put the work in, and we get the chance today to see sort of the fruits of their labor. It's been really impressive to see so far.
Trojans move the sticks. They have a 1st and 10 from their own 42. Kirkland back to pass, and the only thing thrown on that play was a flag. unfortunately. Definitely been a recurring theme in both games we've aired tonight on Fox 56. Yellow hankies quite often. But as you guys pointed out, that's probably to be expected in an opener. That was on North Hardin, so 5 yards back. Faced with first and 15 now with under a minute to go in the first quarter. Kirkland over the left side, just a little bit high.
It was high, yep.
Still catchable, but
It's
a little
catchable,
high.
and you would hope the receiver would make that catch, but as a receiver, you hope the quarterback will put it on you. And, you know, one of the things the quarterback's doing right here is he's throwing off his back foot. He's kind of off balance. He needs to set his feet, get a little bit more torque in those hips, and drive that football through the receiver. Give him a chance to catch and get up the field and go make a play. He probably felt a little bit of pressure, but still, that's a clean pocket. A little bit of a condensed formation with bunch. Let's see if they get super creative here.
Not much on that play either, so the Trojans will be faced with a lot of yards to go on third down. 3rd and 15. Colby Wilson, by the way, spotted Doug Charles on the sideline.
I know, I got my binoculars here. I'm trying to, but I think it's right here, just on this like 49-yard line.
That would not surprise me.
See him with some headsets on too.
He's very much active in the program, even though he's not the head coach anymore.
You gotta love to see it.
Yeah, you do, and
Shows how
Oakley Watkins
important.
clearly loves it. So.
Absolutely.
Well, that brings an end to the first quarter here at Lexington Christian Academy. The Eagles, 14, North Hardin, 7. As we head to the second quarter, guys.
And that's going to send us to our first break. We'll have second quarter football coming up on our Fox 56 Home Team Showcase.
This is the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase.
Welcome back into our Fox 56 Home Team Showcase. We've got LCA and North Hardin. LCA leads 14-7 at the start of the second quarter.
Oh. Ill-advised pass by the quarterback.
Jeremiah Burbage with the tip, almost to his teammate.
How often do you see two near interceptions by two players on the same team on the same play?
The same vicinity with no receiver in sight. That's a tough one on the quarterback. I think he meant to put a little bit more power on the ball, but Certainly underthrew that one.
That brings them 4th down. So the Trojans forced to punt. Tyler King back to receive for the Eagles. It's a low-lining punt. Should be returnable. King fields it. Ooh, does a nice job of slipping a defender, and then look out! Here comes Tyler King down the sideline. Big play right there inside the 30-yard line of North Hardin.
How about King so far in this game? The senior taking over here early.
He's been electric.
Clearly he's fine from when he was banged up just a little bit earlier. No signs of anything bothering him now. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the North Hardin 19-yard line for LCA.
Again, we talked about how critical
check
field
that,
position
34
is.
yards. Sorry, 34
Right.
yards.
We talked about how critical field position is right now. LC has gotten the ball in consecutive possessions, starting with inside the 40-yard for the opposing team.
Really nice job, too, by LCA regrouping after falling behind 7-0 and then coming back with two scores in a row.
North Hardin will certainly need a stop here. You get a touchdown, and that definitely will change the momentum of the game here.
Definitely. Handoff, run up the middle. Whelan once again.
They tried to run a quarterback sneak, and North Hardin was sort of prepared for it. Clever call. Trying to see if they could catch him off guard.
LCA faced with a 3rd and 3 now. Leading 14-7. Under 11 minutes to go before halftime. Trevor Penix trying to draw the defense off sides with the hand clap. Now he goes with the snap. Slant pass and dropped.
I imagine they're going to go for a 4th down in this position. I don't think the kicker can make it this far. At least they may not trust them.
Dawson Farmer got his hands on that. Was that pass off the mark a little bit, or was that catchable in your opinion, Andre?
I didn't see it clearly. I think it was tipped, but...
All right, you're right. They're going for it. 4th and 3 from the 32. 3 wide receivers bunched up on the line of scrimmage. Now lots of motion along the line. 2 wideouts on the far side now. A 3rd one heading that way. Faking the pitch. And then Penix trying to look to the left. Cannot avoid the sack.
Nice play by 33.
Malachi Willis, one of the coaches that Brent Thompson highlighted earlier in the week, making the play right there. So big stand by the Trojans thwarts that scoring drive for LCA. That's a big play at this point.
Yeah, it's a really good job by 33. I mean, you got to have a high motor, come off that edge. You can't give up on the play. You don't know what the quarterback's looking at. He didn't hesitate 1 second, aggressively attacking. And he managed to make the play on 4th down.
And as the 3 of us know, you can't buy experience. North Hardin actually has 25 total seniors, so you're going to hope to see that veteran experience kind of play out throughout the course of this game.
4 returners on offense, 6 on defense. And you know, that team last year went 8-4, lost in the regional semis, so they're probably going to be really good again this year.
Out of the snap, delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
One thing you notice on the
First
sidelines
down.
is, unlike the first game between South Warren and Bryan Station, no more need for the tents.
Oh, that's right.
The
Sun
sun
has gone
is
down.
long gone, and now it's just a wide open sideline.
We're going to send it down to the sideline where Connor Sturgill will join us with the injury update on LCA.
Yeah, guys, I was speaking with LCA coaching staff about linebacker and team captain Matt Darling. He's officially out for the rest of the game. He dislocated his shoulder on that hit. I saw him in a cast, and he has walked off the field, and he is out for the rest of the game. So a big blow for the defense and the team as a whole, losing a captain and their best tackler. Back to
Thank you, Connor, and that's certainly some information you never want to hear. Again, that's LCA senior Matt Darlin out for the rest of the game with a shoulder injury. Definitely sending him good thoughts.
2nd and 7 now for North Hardin. It's the handoff, and it's the run up the middle.
Oh, nice.
Caden Thompson with that run. Bringing up a 3rd down and 1.
Definitely a more manageable situation now for North Hardin on the offensive side.
3rd and 2, check that. Too far for the tush push. We won't be seeing that at least at this point.
We'll see what they dial up. Oh.
They're going to dial up a 3rd and 7 play is what they're going to do.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
You can't do that. Chance
3rd down.
from the LCA student section doing their jobs.
I'm sure Chaz Fleming loves that.
He's going to be doing something in the student section on camera, so just said be ready.
Kirkland. High snap. Cost him a little bit of time, and now he's running for his life. Eludes a bunch of tacklers and still gets upfield and almost got the 1st down right there. Some extracurriculars afterward, though, and that leads to some flags. That may cost LCA.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's unnecessary roughness. 15 yards, automatic 1st down. See, again, it's just mental errors. You don't make that mistake. You get the ball back for LCA. Instead, now it's going to move the chain forward if the call, in fact, goes against them. And some of their players are backing up, so.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call if it goes that way.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Got a replay. Oh, yeah, it just comes through the back of him. Not a smart play there.
A lot of walking the other way, that's for sure. 15 yards. Sets up 1st and 10 at the LCA 42. It moves the ball into their territory. Kirkland finds his man out in the flat.
Does.
Good effort to try to get close to that 1st down, and maybe comes up a half-yard short.
Runs is a problem. He's really tough out there. Super agile. Has incredible acceleration. Catches the ball effortlessly. We're going to continue to find different ways of getting him the ball in space.
2nd and 1.
Oh, nice job.
Kirkland did a really nice job, you're right. Just avoided getting the sack and got it off in the nick of time.
Yep, he drops back, steps back up in the pocket, finds a little bit of hole, extends the play, gets the ball downfield. Good vision.
Alex Barkley with that catch moves the chains. So it's another 1st down for the Trojans, trailing 14-7 with 8:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. Kirkland with the quick throw into the flat. This one's going nowhere.
They're ready for that one, weren't they? Great job by LCA. Way to attack.
Nash Whelan right there.
Well, it was 26, I thought, but he's not on our roster.
Andre, you talk about LCA's defense. Just what have they done so far to limit North Hardin finding the end zone and getting big stops when it matters most?
Yeah, you know, they're like we talked on one of the games earlier, you know, they're really disciplined in terms of not allowing or preventing the big plays from happening. They're going to force you to take the ball in increments and gradually work your way down the field. So as an offensive unit, you're going to have to be super methodical in terms of, you know, taking what the defense gives you and not forcing it and trying to create plays when they're not there, inevitably forcing the ball over. So I think that's super important for North Hardin and something that they'll have to continue to be patient about as they look for different ways to attack this defensive unit.
P.J. Bostic shaken up a little bit on that last play, being helped off by some team trainers for North Hardin, walking up gingerly.
And that defensive discipline, too. I mean, you can credit that to, again, 8 of 11 guys returning. I feel like that experience ties into that a whole bunch.
Again, I mean, you know, LCA, they're competing for a Class 2A state championship. Their players are already stepped up early and try to establish roles. And they always try to control the line of scrimmage. So it's a really great group on the defensive side.
Kirkland with the pump fake, then throwing deep. But great coverage by the LCA Eagles, and it's intercepted. Working his way back upfield for a big return, Sam Pearson. Wow.
Both sides of the ball, Mr. Pearson.
We knew he could catch it.
We did. He's definitely given some Caden York in that first game. I feel like we're seeing 2 similar performances from those 2 guys.
Yeah, it's crazy on the defensive side.
Great play by Sam Pearson.
We've got Peyton Hinkle, of course, down there with the student section right in the middle where he belongs, getting them hyped up. We love to see that.
You know what you love to see that in the secondary is the defensive back
on the
meeting
return
the ball at his highest point,
10-yard penalty
attack
from
it,
spiral
not allowing
foul,
the receiver to
first
be the
down.
aggressor. I mean, that's a fantastic job of getting it done on that side of the ball. From Lunds' standpoint, you know, you would hope the receiver doesn't continue to fade away from the football, but again, he's trying to make a natural play and he doesn't recognize the guy's likely on his back or his hip. It's one of those situations where the quarterback has like the utmost respect and trust in the receiver, and he's like, I'm just going to put it out there and give him a shot.
It's impressive, too, that Pearson didn't fall for the fake.
Yeah.
I mean, he had blanket coverage. Maybe shouldn't have even been thrown. Who knows? But anyway, great job by LCA defense. 1st and 10 from their own 22. Penix over to Tyler King for about a gain of 6. Logan Mays a late run onto the field. He's their star tight end.
Got a flag.
One thing North will have to continue to do on the defensive side is just be violent and physical up front. The thing I have learned is they're missing their 3-star U of L commit, Josiah Hope. Unfortunately wasn't able to play today, so that really affects their depth for this game. But so far, they've managed to sort of buckle in there. And
nice gain by Gudalis. Another first down. So 1st and 10 now. Quick handoff to Pearson. I like the way that Oakley Watkins and the Eagles utilize Pearson and King. Not just throwing the ball to them, but getting it to them quickly and giving them a chance to work in space.
Yeah. I love how they attack the defensive schemes. Like, they recognize different, like, concepts and alignments, and they're looking for ways to exploit it. So you're seeing a variety of different formations and plays.
Penix, Pearson.
Penix is looking really good in terms of ball accuracy, especially on the run. Those are like some really difficult passes, and he's putting it right into the basket.
Sets up a 3rd and 7 now.
Going to change of possession.
Just went out. Oh, check your
Stacked wide receivers on the near side. 2 stacked wide receivers on the far side.
Going in motion, yep.
Burbage in motion.
It's been doing that all day. Oh, really? Yeah. Audio's been in and out.
Real well.
Penix. A little behind Tyler King, and that may have cost him some yardage right there.
Great tackle by 43.
A nice catch by King, but he had to kind of go behind himself to haul it in.
Colin Campbell, senior linebacker. Yeah, great catch too.
And now it's 4th down. Are they actually considering going for this in their own territory?
I don't think so. I think they're going to try to get them to false start. They're going to give a hard clap or something to see if they'll jump. I can't imagine going for 4th down on your own.
We'll see. Is Oakley Watkins a gambler?
But then again, yep.
Yeah, you called it, Andre. It was worth a try.
It is worth a try.
It certainly has felt like, though, LCA has just controlled this game so far. It feels like everything has been in their hands.
You know, the one thing I wouldn't have done right there, though, I wouldn't have called the timeout. And the reason is, you get the penalty, you back up 5 yards, you punt it, and then if it ends up being like a 2-minute drive situation, you have.
We're actually going to send it to Peyton Hinkle, who is in the middle of the student section, as you would expect. Peyton.
Hey, Colby,
Today's Hype Cam is sponsored by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
A lot of fun here in the LCA student section. Xander, you're going to teach me a cheer. What is it?
I got you. Go LCA! Go LCA! Go! Go LCA! Go LCA! Go! Go LCA!
I think they're pretty hyped up, guys. Let's send it back up to you.
Thanks, Peyton, as always, and the LCA student section for that quick hype break. We always enjoy the students, and we know you're the best person to get them going. Score 14-7, second quarter. LCA still leads.
The offense is still on the field.
It appears that way, doesn't it?
They're going for it.
I'll be darned.
And it works beautifully.
Oh, my goodness.
They get the first down and then some. Heading toward the end zone. It's an LCA touchdown.
That's Nash Whelan right there, the backup quarterback.
What a gutsy call.
Sophomore. Andre, I have to ask, what does a call like that tell you about Oakley Watkins and then his belief in his team to go on 4th and 1 and for them to execute just like that?
Listen, I'm dumbfounded that he even decided to go for that. I feel like that's very ill-advised, specifically because you're in a situation where you're only up by a touchdown and you give them that type of, field position. That's puts a lot of strain on the defense. But hey, they got it done. They converted. Not only did they convert, they got a 60-something-yard touchdown as a result.
Dean Hester on with the extra point. And it's good.
That's why he's paid the big bucks, right?
That's right.
Yes. I would have loved to have been in that huddle to hear what the discussion was like.
Got the replay right
Coach,
here.
are you positive you want to go for this?
Can't forget to shout out the offensive line. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Young, lost 4 veterans. Looks like they're holding it down for the Eagles so far in this one.
He did a great job of fighting off those last 2 defenders, too, to get there. I thought maybe he'd get tripped up maybe at the 1 or something like that. But no, he got in.
Look at the shot of the stadium right there. Maybe we can give everyone a wave. Oh, well, there they go.
Just
close.
as we started waving, they took the other shot.
Exactly, but no, a great environment here at Lexington Christian Academy. They've done a great job at hosting this spot. And of course, another shout out to our Fox 56 team, who is all around here doing all the type of work. It's been super fun.
We're so blessed to have a management team that believes in spotlighting local high schools the way we do with our home team Friday nights coverage, and basketball and football, and now this. Shout out to our general manager Monty Costas, our news director Mark Glover.
Oh yes.
And director of production Jerry Span for kind of coming together as its own sort of team to make this happen tonight.
I will say, I'm from California, and we don't get this type of coverage in high school at all. So they do it big here in Kentucky, that's for sure.
Yeah, the only thing they cover in California is car chases.
You're not lying about that one.
All right, here's the kickoff.
Oh.
That's Winfield.
Oh.
Winfield has a lot of room to roam, and he's going down the sideline. It's a foot race at this point. Winfield is going to win the race.
Looks like the LCA coaching staff isn't happy about something. Got Doug Charles waving his
he
hand.
didn't wave it down.
Zayden Winfield with a how about that answer on the ensuing kickoff. Taking it 98 yards for the score.
That was big time for the Trojans.
Yeah.
They certainly needed that to put themselves back in the game here. Now just one.
That's massive. Listen, he caught that ball on the 1 yard line, and the ref said, "You're in play." I thought, oh, this is going to be disastrous, but nope. Turned a negative into a gigantic positive.
We have some really good early candidates for our play of the night. We don't know what it'll end up being, but we have good candidates.
Yeah, really exciting plays.
Oakley's talking to the referees right there, trying to get an explanation on something. I guess it was what you were talking about, Andre.
And maybe we can get a replay and take a quick glance at it, but
yeah, we'll have to get that where we can actually see the thing before
the
he
official
catches
said
the
he
ball.
was in play.
So here's the extra point for a chance to pull within 7. What a turn of events. Low liner, but just as effective. It's 21-14. LCA leading North Hardin. And here's that replay, Andre. Take us through it.
Yeah. He gave no fair catch, but he gave no fair catch signal, but he caught it on the 1 yard line. Referee said he's in play. At that point, he's got to return the kick. Managed to crease a couple of spaces, and my goodness, uses that speed to accelerate on the sideline and get to that end zone. What is that, 100 and
It was about
90,
90, well, 98 or 99 technically.
I guess he catches on the 99, but then he backtracks to.
I don't think you
I
get
don't
credit
even
for
know
the extra 2, do you? Or maybe you do. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to check with the official score.
I will say any touchdown is great, but I feel like personally, one of those is probably the best touchdown that we could ever have, in my own opinion.
Kind of wonder in that situation, too, if any of the LCA special teamers let up a little bit, thinking that maybe he would be called for a touchback.
Hey, possibly.
Don't know, but
I think, but that ultimately goes down to coaching as well. They emphasize on don't get let up until you hear the actual whistle. So as a defender, you got to continue to make your way down the field.
Yeah, here's the ensuing kickoff.
Let's see what they got in store.
That's Dallas. Got rocked a little bit at the end, but held on the football.
LCA has now 4 minutes on the 34-yard line. Plenty of time to drive down the field and potentially generate more points. So if they're able to sustain a drive, or if North Hardin will manage to get a stop.
You know, a lot of times when defenses get thrown back out on the field too quickly, you worry about their fatigue and, oh, is it too quick? Did they need a break? What about offensively? The LCA offense is back on the field quickly, too. Is it the same for them?
It is, yeah.
All right.
Our offensive linemen are probably tired. Skill players are probably tired.
Time to perform, though.
They'll fight through it.
Penix, the slant pass. Oh, and look at this. Pearson again. Those two are having a great combination tonight.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
When you talk about Penix, Andre, he's just finding them in those small gaps. I feel like he's, like you said, he's been right on the money tonight.
He has, yeah.
And he's catching them on the run, too, which is great because the yards after catch have been spectacular.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that, pass and catch, and then we managed to hit him on the run so he doesn't break stride. The other thing is these are small windows. He's throwing some darts in there, so it's really well played.
First and 10 at the 42. LCA quickly in North Hardin territory. Handoff for Whelan. Oh, and then the body slam. And that's an easy call. Easy call.
Necessary roughness.
Glad he's okay on that one.
What's that? No, Coach Thompson wants physicality, maybe just not that physical.
So what would have been about a 5-yard gain is now going to be about a 15-something plus gain. John Smoot sorting it out.
After the play, personal foul, defense, 15-yard penalty, first
I've never
down.
been to referee school, but I could have made that call too. Here's the replay, Andre.
Yeah, I mean, it's not WWE.
Cohen Campbell's going to hear about that one tomorrow, if not already.
But I love the aggression. I mean, he met him at the hole. You know, he was really good with wrapping up and form technique. You just can't lift them off their feet and spear your head down.
Penix, another one of those short, accurate passes for more first down yardage. Guess who?
We know who. Mr. King.
Nope, Pearson.
Pearson. Oh,
yeah, Pearson.
Tomato at this point with those two.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either.
You know, what they're doing a really good job now is they're doing more of a dink and dunk. They're taking what the defense gives them. I don't want to say North Hardin's playing preventive defense, but I mean, they're giving about a 7-8 yard cushion.
It's easy pickings.
It is. So they're just throwing all these intermediate routes.
Under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pearson in motion. Now they have 3 wide receivers on the near side. Pick your poison, Carter Penix. Instead gives the ball to Goodallis. He goes up the middle and gets close to first down yardage again.
It'll be interesting to see if LCA manages to get another first down here. Will North use one of their timeouts to stop the clock from bleeding to give themselves a chance to potentially score before halftime?
Well, they only need the kickoff.
They only, at this point, they only need a kickoff. But you can tell LCA is being very deliberate about milking the clock, knowing that they're super close to the end zone. There's no point of rushing it.
Penix, slant pass, and that time a rare drop by Pearson.
He wants that one back.
You know, that's an easy play, though. 2nd and 1, and you have so many options. If it doesn't work, you're still probably going to get the first down on the next play.
There's a high probability. That's a smart play. I like the call.
1:56 before the half. LCA leads 21-14 with the ball in the red zone, hoping to put some more points on the board before going into halftime.
Crowd getting a little restless with all the calls. Refs have to do what they have to do, though. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Minute 50, clock running. Penix gives it to his running back. He's met before the line of scrimmage. That was Whelan, and I don't believe he got it, guys. Do you?
I don't think so.
He did.
Get a replay here, maybe.
4th and 1.
Again, if I was North, I'd call a timeout here. So just bleeding the clock.
4th and 1 has been very, very good to the LCA offense. So why not? But again, starting in shotgun, so essentially 4th and 6. Timeout, LCA.
Smart by LCA.
What kind of play would you run here?
Well, personally, I wouldn't be in pistol. I'd be under the center. I'd give it to a tailback I know is going to bulldoze his way through the line of scrimmage to get a first down. And, you know, it really just depends on who you're facing. Some teams are really stout up front, so it's hard to get any vertical movement. And when you do power, if you have a linebacker who's really gifted at reading those keys and intuition, he's obviously going to hit those.
All right, we'll get the day's news headlines with the team you can trust only on Fox 56. Join Marvin Bartlett, Andrea Walker, and meteorologist Justin Esterly as they deliver the biggest stories, breaking updates, and the latest forecast weekday evenings at 6:30, 7, and 10 on Fox 56.
Well said, Colby.
Thank you, Paul.
Excellent. Marvin, Justin, and Andrea really appreciate it. Did you mention yourself too in that?
I did not mention myself,
well,
but I work alongside of them, and they are the best of the best. I can attest to that.
Well, you guys are all great together. It's awesome. All right, here we go. 4th and 1. Penix with the give on the end around, and it's going to be another tough call here. They went back to Pearson.
On the mark by the ref. I think he's short, but that's a tough one. Where's he going to put the ball?
I think he's short, too.
Do we need to bring out the chains?
Here's the replay.
Let's take a look at this replay, because the ball's in his outside shoulder. Where does his... He's... Oh. Actually, I think that might be a poor spot. I think he...
That was a nice defensive play by Joseph Whaley to at least make this measurement interesting.
Yeah.
We are bringing out the chains. We're about to get an answer here pretty quick.
What do you all think about the electronic markings in the NFL nowadays? Before we get to this real quick. They just do it electronically. It's interesting. It's a lot
I have
quicker.
no idea how you can do that electronically.
I feel like I have no option but to adjust because that's just what things are becoming.
Ooh, what a stop by North Hardin.
Whaley's effort gets it done, and the Trojans run off the field. Pumped up after that one. Huge, huge play to keep this a 7-point game. All right, I take it back. 4th and 1 hasn't necessarily been great to this LCA team.
It's 4th and 1. You're in a pistol shotgun, and you run a sweep. I don't know. It's a questionable call.
Yeah, I don't love it either.
At least we got 56 seconds left.
Oh, like Fox 56. I like that.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. It's a theme show.
Well played.
Well, I assume North Hardin's just going to probably kneel, run it just a...
I don't know how many timeouts they have either.
Yeah, here we go. It's going to run it out.
Technically, you have to run one more.
One more play. I've always wanted to see teams run kind of like a we've given up play, and then have to run one more play and then throw it deep. I've never seen that. I would love to see that.
I want to say Peyton Manning did it one year.
Did he?
Fake the spike.
Oh, that was against the Saints. I remember that. Sneaky. There you go. And then kneel down. It's going to take it to the half, Colby.
Oh, wait. Did they call timeout?
Clock's running.
All right, and that's halftime right there. LCA leads 21-14. Guys, I would say this has been a pretty fun game to watch. Yeah. Of course, they've had their mistakes here and there, but overall, I would say it's been pretty disciplined football so far.
Yeah, it's been really entertaining so far. Tons of talent on both sides of the field. I love how they've been attacking each other vertically, intermediately. I think the second half's going to be just as entertaining. So, buckle in.
I love watching the LCA offense. Carter Penix is fun to watch, Colby. You talked about how accurate he is, and Andre, you talked about the slant pass and the small windows. It's just fun.
I'd hope to see North maybe open up their offensive package a little bit more. But for the most part, like you said, LCA, I mean, they've been really dominant. They've shown really great flashes with utilizing their ability.
Andre, we're just going to send it quick down to Connor Sturgill, who's joined by LCA head coach Oakley Watkins. Connor.
Coach Watkins, your first half as head coach, how do you think it went? How would you rate how it went?
Yeah, I think early in the year, timing things are always going to be something that you're trying to work on. We gave up the big play on special teams there, which was a tough one because we had a lot of momentum there. Wish would have got this first down, that fourth down, kicking myself on the play call there, but I feel good about it. We're flying around.
Once an O-line coach, always an O-line coach. You got 4 new starters. How do you rate the boys up front this half?
Yeah, they're getting after it right now. We're running the football well. I think we're protecting the quarterback. So we just got these short yardage situations. We got to be better. That's our biggest thing right now.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck in the second half. Thank you. Colby, back to you.
Thank you so much, Connor. We heard Coach Watkins right there say kicking himself a little bit on that play call. But overall, Andre, Paul, what have you liked from LCA? I would say their performance has been pretty high so far.
I agree. I mean, obviously disappointment not getting that last touchdown on 4th and 1. But this is a game where the Eagles fell behind 7-0 and then outscored their opponent 21-7 the rest of the first half. So I'd rather be LCA, put it that way.
We're going to check out some of these highlights from the first half. Starting out strong, physical, that's for sure.
Yeah, again, just like some of the play designs. I mean, it's really thoughtful. They're putting the guys in space. They're giving them opportunities to get up the field. I love how there's various formations and concepts, and that wasn't the best pass, but it managed to get there and subsequently scored.
Absolutely. We'll score 21-14 at the half. LCA leads. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more football in the second half.
FM. This is the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase.
Welcome back into our home team Fox 56 showcase. Currently halftime of the LCA North Hardin. The Eagles lead 21-14. Paul, starting with you, what have you liked about that Penix-Pearson connection? I mean, it's evident out there.
I like the fact that they hooked up 4 times for 61 yards and that touchdown. So, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot to like about it. And North Hardin's going to have to figure out a way to contain that in the second half if they're going to have a chance.
Speaking of North Hardin, I feel like they went out of the half with some good energy. How do they keep that momentum going into the second half down by a touchdown?
Yeah, well, they need to control field position. They need to make sure they have no turnovers, and then ultimately they need to sustain drives, generate points, and then continue to, create momentum in those opportunities. I think that ultimately is going to give them an opportunity to win, or at least be competitive. We'll see how that turns out in the second half.
Do you think you would like to see more from Whelan? I know he's the leader of this group. Haven't seen a whole lot from him. What would you like to see out of him going into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, again, just being in the right positions, making plays when they present themselves. I think those are going to be key in the second half. But ultimately, collectively, the team has to continue to believe and feel like they're in a position to potentially win. I think they are.
Absolutely. This is our first time doing this, just maybe a bit away from the X's and O's. Have you guys enjoyed yourselves tonight? Paul, what are you enjoying? Your kind of first time doing this in the bluegrass, at least.
It's been fantastic. I've loved it. It's just good to be back around high school football again. It's been a while since I've had a chance to do that. And to do it with you and Andre makes it even more special.
Andre, for you, is this what you expected?
Yeah, this has been really cool. This venue's gorgeous. Beautiful day. This has been great.
Absolutely. We're actually going to send it down to the field. Tyler Melito and Peyton Hinkle are joined by the LCA cheer team.
Hey guys, we've had a lot of fun. We were out here early this morning for Home Team Friday Night's kickoff with the cheer and dance team and football and student section, a little bit of everybody.
The fact that these kids are still awake, still bringing the energy, yeah, it makes me want to keep going.
Yes, and let's go ahead and move on over to the cheer squad here. I have Emma, Kate, and Campbell. How are you guys feeling? Night 1, first football game of the season.
We're feeling good. We're excited to be back out, and we're excited for another good season.
How about you?
I'm really excited to be back in the football season. It's my favorite time of the year, and it's just a lot of fun.
All right, you guys have a cheer for us. I'm going to let you take it away.
Phenomenal stuff from the LCA cheer team, but that's not the only performance we got. We got the LCA dance team running on in right now. Before we go, Naomi, you're one of the sophomores of this group. What makes dance so fun? Because you all get to get everyone hyped up.
It's so fun, and our team's such an amazing team this year, and all the people are great, and it's so fun.
We wish you the best of luck all season long. I'll let you get right to your performance. Take it away. Colby, Paul, Andre, I mean, I think this is the perfect segue into the second half and a great rest of the game.
Yeah, Tyler would definitely agree. Shout out to the LCA cheer and dance team. Great performances from them. Halftime, obviously, Oakley Watkins and Brent Thompson just had a talk with their team. What do you think they're telling their guys going into, hopefully, the second half to get a win with game one?
I would say for North Hardin's perspective, they just need to be more aggressive defensively, prevent them from moving the chains, don't give up big plays, and then offensively, just have to be more effective, eliminate all the middle errors. From LCA's standpoint, I think they're just killing themselves in terms of not making the plays when necessary, but ultimately they've been very effective and impressive, so we'll see how they look the second half.
I think the North Hardin coach too, Brent Thompson, in addition to what Andre said, he's saying, we made a big stop at the end of the first half. They could have had another touchdown or a field goal. They could be leading by more than they are. We got a break there, so let's capitalize on it in the second half. As far as Oakley Watkins, he's probably saying, guys, shake it off. You played well in the first half. You moved the ball pretty steadily against that Trojan defense. Keep it up, and you'll win this game.
Andre, for you, throughout your high school and college career, do you feel like home field advantage played a significant part? I mean, LCA's here at home in front of this great crowd. You're hoping that they can capitalize on that.
Yeah, you do. And, whenever you got your home face here supporting you, it obviously affects you positively. And so I think that's obviously going to give them a little bit more momentum. But we'll see how it affects North Hardin, in the second half and whether or not they're able to adjust and sort of, fight through some of the obstacles that they've been, kind of navigating up to this point.
How far away is North Hardin, by the way, from here?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, so not a terrible drive. I was looking across at the other stands there, and there are some Trojan fans, but not as many as they probably would like.
Not a considerable amount.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to a great second half of football. And no one covers Kentucky weather like Fox 56, the Weather Authority. Chief Meteorologist Justin Logan, Meteorologist Justin Esterly, Peyton Hinkle, and Meteorologist Chris Johnson. The team you know and trust. From breaking weather alerts to daily forecast, they've got Kentucky covered with accuracy you can count on. Rain or shine, stay ahead with Fox 56, the Weather Authority. We're going to send it to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more football for you.
This is the Fox 56 Home Team Showcase.
Welcome back. I am here with the head coach of the Spartans, Brent Thompson. Coach, you've been around the block plenty of times, only down by 7 points here in this first half. In the second half, I should say. What's it going to take to win this game?
You know, we just got to get some stops defensively and contain it, and then try to create some turnovers on the defense as well. And then, obviously, we got to get in the end zone a couple more times. We got down there one time and had a penalty and got out of there, but we got to definitely get in the end zone.
I know the connection between Kai Kirkland and Ronald Lunds is going to be something you guys rely heavily on throughout the season. They were clicking on that first drive, were able to connect for a touchdown, but since then a little bit of inconsistency. What's it going to take to get those guys back in sync?
You know, we just got to get them the ball and, you know, give it credit to Lex and Christian. They've done a great job of taking it away from us. We just got to figure out ways to get him the football. You know, obviously when Tien gets the football in his hand, he does good things with it.
Well, thank you, Coach Thompson. Good luck in the second half. Colby, guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Jordan, and to Coach Thompson, of course, for taking some time at the half. Certainly, Coach knows what his team has to come out here and do. I don't think that's a secret at all.
That's right.
Got the teams warming up. About 2:16 left on the clock before the third quarter gets underway.
Looks like we got a little extra chit-chat time.
Absolutely.
Did you get a chance to enjoy the food that was served in the tent down there?
I sure did.
Sliders was great.
Shout out to Lexington Christian for their hospitality as well. Again,
yes.
They've been incredible.
I'm going as soon as we wrap up.
There isn't any left. Colby and I already got there.
I'm so sorry about that. I do want to ask
there might be.
about Carter Penix going into the second half here. What are we going to need to see from the vet to carry his team to a win here tonight?
Yeah, I think he has to remain consistent in terms of, you know, decision making, ball placement, not putting this team in positions where, you know, they're trying to create plays versus taking what the defense gives them. As long as he does that, I think we'll be perfectly fine. And I mean, again, he's been super effective throughout the game, so we'll see how he does the second half.
Absolutely, and then over on North Hardin side with Ja'Kylan Kirkland, you kind of talked a little bit about it there at halftime, but I know Coach Thompson said when the lights come on, he's a gamer, so I know that staff, that team, and everyone here will be hoping to see that come to the forefront here in the second half.
They're going to need that.
Absolutely.
Definitely going to need that.
Yeah.
And these are two great teams, so I think whoever does win, they've beaten a great team and are certainly well prepped for the season and going into their next game in week 2.
This is the kind of win that looks good on a resume.
For sure.
No doubt about it. I've been impressed by both teams. Not perfect, neither of them, but still a lot to feel good about.
Especially with LCA. I know in their first 5 games, Coach Watkins even talked about we might go 0-5. He said he didn't know, but he was saying they will be well prepped for the rest of the season, hopefully to be a 2A state championship contender here at the end of the season.
And he says he always reminds his team of the standard that has been built here under head coach Doug Charles. Just wants to carry on that tradition, and I think it means something to his players to know that they have a strong history.
Absolutely. Well, second half is almost underway. LCA student section is on their feet. 21-14, Eagles lead.
And the second half is underway. It's a short kick that hits off the front man and then scooped up by one of the LCA players, and he gets it at the 34-yard line. Pretty good field position starting out. That was number 32, Thomas Sizemore, with the Johnny on the spot hands. Quick huddle to the guys from Coach Watkins. One last little talk before they get the second half underway with their first offensive possession. All the same familiar faces out there. Gudalis behind Penix, Tyler King, Sam Pearson, all ready to go. And it's a handoff to Gudalis. He has a little opening on the left side. Nice move. Gobble up about 15 yards or so.
Yeah, great first play. I mean, outside zone, found a hole, punctured, got up the field. made the safety miss, got an additional 5 yards. I mean, that's a heck of a way to start the second half.
And we do have another cramp on the night. An LCA player is down, getting stretched out right now by one of the trainers. Doesn't look to be anything serious. Like I said, it's more like just a cramp. But those are so painful. So when you see a guy down, grabbing his head or just looking like he's in so much pain, it's a painful thing.
Also, a fun fact on Coach Watkins. Did you guys know he went to law school? Yeah, went to law school, and you couldn't work at that point. So he said that on Friday nights, he would drive to his alma mater, Franklin County, and just assist on the team there with the Flyers as much as he could. Looks like those drives and hard work certainly has paid off for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he said he got the call during his second year of law school at UK that, hey, do you want to come be an assistant coach at LCA? And he said, you know what, that sounds pretty good to me. So he did. And the rest is history, as they say. But he does have a day job,
He
Colby.
does. He does.
Tell us about that.
He is still in the lawyer field, correct? A medical device manufacturer, a man of many talents. I don't know how you bobble both.
Yeah, he works for a medical device manufacturing company in Lexington. Yeah, I don't exactly. I mean, is that his day job or his night job? I mean, you know, they all seem like 24-hour day jobs, but
You must be listening to the Does Don't Close from Coach Doug Charles.
That's right. That's why he's calling coach so late at night. All right, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Penix once again handing off, and it is once again Goodallis. This time, though, the Trojans defense has the answer.
The second time they've done an outside zone to the left, I wonder if they're going to set it up with some type of play action and try to get the safety or someone to bite, creating a man-to-man, one-on-one situation with the corner and receiver. It feels like they're kind of preparing to throw a deep ball at some point soon. We'll see.
2nd and 8. Penix looks left, but then goes right, rolling with his feet, and then throws it away to a fan from North Hardin in the stands.
Yep. Really good decision by the quarterback. He felt threat. Instead of trying to force it and get it down the field, he threw it out of bounds. Need to play another play.
Sets up a 3rd and 8 now. Not even a minute gone in the 3rd quarter. LCA leading by 7, 21-14. Certainly a pass play right here.
They already got numbers at the top.
And Penix flinging it to his right, deep into coverage.
I thought he had it.
And nearly caught.
What a catch that would have been.
Really poor decision on the quarterback's behalf, though. I mean,
I felt like he had somebody down the sideline.
He had someone on the sideline, and he had a defender right in front of the receiver there.
Yeah.
Really not smart. It just wasn't a smart play. As effective as he's been all night long, that's probably the only play that's been super questionable on his end. Otherwise, he's been really, really solid all night.
Dean Hester, place kicker and punter. Senior back on. Ronald Lunds back to receive the punt. Will they punt to him and give that playmaker a play? He lets it bounce. What kind of bounce is it going to be? Nope. A little strong in the end zone.
Hester's kick goes through the end zone for a touchback. North Hardin start from
It's probably just as well as opposed to kicking it to Lunds.
And a quick shout out to Arch Rental for the scissor lift. Because of them, we have gotten great shots of the games. Again, a big thank you and shout out to Arch Rentals.
And who's up there? Is that Hannah?
That sure is Hannah Jackson doing her thing up there.
Hannah Jackson.
With the wave, too. She knows she's on camera.
Hi, Hannah. Why don't you come back to Fox 56? She used to work for us. She's now just a freelancer, which is great to have her back.
Absolutely.
All right, so North Hardin now getting the ball. Trailing by 7. Colby says she wants to see more from Mr. Kirkland in the second half.
do.
And he doesn't get it on that first play. Off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell right there. Was the receiver off, or is the quarterback off? Was the receiver, was the quarterback anticipating the receiver was going to come out at 15 yards? The receiver took it about 18 yards. So just, miscommunication, not on the same page.
And it's like a timing play, right? He has to throw
is.
it well before his receiver is to the spot. Now to the ground.
Really good defense by LCA right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to name who tackled him, but there were about 4 guys on him. That was a true team effort.
They sniffed that one out.
Got to run to the ball.
Yeah, that was impressive. All right, 3rd and 11. That was a loss of 1 on that play. Lunds is in the near side of us, going up against Jeremiah Burbage. Again, that's the son of Cornell, former UK player and Dallas Cowboy. Given a little bit of leeway with Lunds, and that's probably a good move, especially with it being 3rd and 11. Kirkland rolling to his right. So try to run for it, and he doesn't even come close.
Not sure if that's a design run or he didn't think he had an opportunity to put it up. By Lunds' reaction, I would guess it was actually a pass. Saying, put it up there, give me a chance.
Yeah. I'd rather see him throw the ball at that point, at least have the chance to convert the 3rd down, than to just gain 4 yards and punt.
I feel like that's all receivers' reaction when you don't give them a chance. Come back to the huddle. Hey, man, I was wide open.
Dickey was like that, too.
Oh,
right?
my God, Dickey Jr.
Nice fair
Dickey
catch.
would be covered by 16 people and say he's wide open.
Do you still talk to Dickey?
Every day.
You're going to have to send him this clip. Oh, my gosh.
We would hand the ball off and he'd run back to the huddle and say, hey, man, you didn't see me. I was wide open.
Tune in every Friday night at 10:30 for Home Team Friday Nights. Join me alongside Jordan Adams and Connor Sturgill as we bring you all the biggest plays, game-winning moments, and can't miss highlights from across the Bluegrass. We've got complete coverage from the field to the sidelines on Fox 56.
1st and 10, midfield. Carter Penix slant pass to Pearson. And that's what we said they needed to see more of, a continuation of from the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's gorgeous. That's throw and catch. I mean, it's basically routes versus air. The quarterback's going to give you about an 8, 9, 10-yard cushion. You got to take slants all day.
The way they've been doing that throughout the game, though, I would love to see them do a slant and then a post.
Yeah.
I think it would work.
Yep.
Penix rolling to his left, throwing against his body.
Oh, no. He grabbed his, is that his knee?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The completion to Tyler King, but in the 10 yards behind the play, Penix went to the turf grabbing his leg.
I don't know if we can see the replay, but I have a feeling his leg might have buckled.
We can only hope this is another cramp, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If you can get us a replay in the truck, that would be great.
Here's they're checking his knee.
May or may not continue to see him after he throws it.
Yeah. When he jumps, it appears to land back on that leg.
Is there another angle on that, if we could see that?
He is up. Oh, he's going back to the ground, though.
Not another angle on that, unfortunately. Did he pop up during the replay?
He did, and then he went right back down. He is trying his hardest to get up.
Oh, you hate to see that.
And now you do have Nash Whelan in on the huddle. Penix is getting carried by his teammates to the table. The athletic trainers are heading over to take a look at him. Obviously, the tent is going up. We'll keep you updated as much as we can.
It's Nash Whelan time, guys.
Carter Penix.
We're going to have Nash Whelan in the quarterback now for the
Well,
yeah, so Nash Whelan, he's a sophomore quarterback. They projected would see some time at QB and on defense. Not really entirely certain what type of ability he has, so we'll get a chance to see what he's able to create in this drive.
Speaking of injuries, Nash Whelan underwent a very serious injury when he was in 8th grade, tore his ACL, came back from that, and obviously is flourishing now as a sophomore at LCA. And the split between Penix and Whelan was said to be about 65-35. It could be more than that tonight, though, unfortunately, if this injury to Penix is serious.
Yeah.
Whelan once again keeping it on the ground. And maybe a gain of 3.
Coach Watkins did say that Whelan is very athletic. Andre, how much does athleticism play into a quarterback position? Because also, as we know, of course, that's a very skillful position as well.
Penix is out of the tent, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, Andre.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, athleticism certainly plays a factor. You have to be super coordinated, but also, like, really witty. Like, you know, you have to process the game incredibly fast. You have to see things and have intuition.
Whelan up the middle. Touchdown, Eagles!
There goes that athleticism right there as we talk.
And I think that's probably where Whelan's going to excel. You can tell, like, right out the gate. I don't know how comfortable they're going to feel with him throwing it, but we'll see. Time will tell. But he certainly has attributes on the ground to be a threat.
Absolutely.
It's a big, big play for the Eagles, obviously on the heels of a very concerning moment with Carter Penix. He is on the sideline, though, by the way, kind of flexing his left leg.
Yeah. You can tell he won't return to the game.
I don't see how
you
he
can
could.
certainly tell he wants to, though. He's a tough player. He keeps kind of waving some people off, but I think they definitely might have took his helmet there too, which you know what that means usually.
Yeah, you know, in these situations, you have to recognize what's best for the player's safety.
And here's a replay of that touchdown as well.
Great blocking. He has just a huge hole up the middle.
That young O-line.
That was a nice concept, little quarterback counter.
Think about the future. You talk about that young O-line, and then you have that young quarterback, just a sophomore. The future is very bright here at LCA.
So you think about how good they're going to be as they continue just getting chemistry with one another.
They just took a shot of Carter Penix on the sideline. I don't know if we can take that again, just to kind of get a read on maybe his body language, or if he's walking around, how he's walking around.
You see, he's not putting much pressure on that leg. I imagine he's in quite a bit of discomfort and pain.
Looks like Coach Watkins just checked up on him, but yeah, he is limping on his own will, but definitely doesn't look like he'll return as of right now.
I think you all are right. He's definitely looks like he's done for the night.
Puts a thumbs up, though.
Let's hope this is just something that keeps him out, if at most the rest of this game, but not the rest of any other games.
Yep.
28-14, LCA in front once again. It's Winfield back to receive, and he's trying to duplicate the magic that he had in the first half, and does a pretty good job of it, getting nearly to the 35-yard line with that return. (28-14), LCA in front by 14.
We will work to get an injury report on Carter Penix and from the LCA sideline here shortly.
Let's see if North's able to respond. Take a shot. Nope.
Whelan looked like he was going deep, decided to keep it himself. So again, when you played at North Hardin, were you quarterback and D-line or just D-line?
We're actually going to send it down to Connor Sturgill, who will give us an injury report here on quarterback Carter Penix. Connor.
Yeah, Colby, I was on the LCA sideline. I saw Carter Penix come out of the blue injury tent. He was trying to put some weight on his leg, but he could only make it a couple steps, and I saw him get helped by some of his teammates to the bench. So it looks like he is currently going to be out of the game for Ion Nash. Whelan's going to fill in his spot, but I'm going to work to get more information on his official stats. But as of right now, the senior quarterback appears to be out for the moment.
Thank you, Connor, for that update. Again, we will keep you updated as we learn more.
Sorry, I was asking you just before we went to Connor. Did you play quarterback and D-line?
Yeah, I had a little bit of opportunity playing defensive end my senior year. And then all 4 years in high school, I played quarterback.
What a strange combination of positions.
Very odd. You know, we also only had like 31 players total on our roster.
Okay,
so
that explains
quite a few people were going to play both ways.
You know, I've heard of like quarterback playing punter, you know, or something like that. But
how do you even adjust? I feel like a defensive end, you're supposed to have violent hands, and then you go on the other side of the ball, you're supposed to be as graceful as ever.
I know. Such a bizarre situation to be in, yet there I am.
Well, that was a quick 3 and out.
That was.
And here comes Tyler King again. Fields the ball and going to the left.
Oh.
He's got a little bit of a hole and gets about 7-8 yards on that return.
Swift.
He's good for at least 7 or 8, it seems
Easily.
like, if not, you know, busting it.
Kickoff game day on Fox 56 with the home team. Join Peyton Hinkle and Tyler Melito every Friday morning at 8 a.m. as they visit local schools and bring the energy alongside student sections, cheer squads, marching bands, and football teams at your local schools. Start your game day the right way with the home team, only on the Fox 56 Morning News, Fridays at 8.
All right, once again, the Eagles on offense.
Yeah, again, I'm interested to see if they're going to give the quarterback an opportunity to put the ball in the air or if they're going to rely heavily on run. Oh.
Ooh, ball loose for a moment.
Yep. Little fumble on the exchange. LCA manages to jump on it. I think we'll see quite a bit of misdirection.
Pump fake. Whelan looking deep, and he has Tyler King wide open. King down to the 5-yard line. They did let him throw the ball.
They did let him go. And ironically, they did the play concept that you called earlier. They did a little slam pump.
It worked
Slam
great.
and go.
It worked great.
Yep.
All right.
And a big confidence builder for Whelan right
Certainly.
there
Yep.
to make that play.
He's like, that's great. It got it down to the 5-yard line. Now I can get credit for the touchdown, the run.
I think you're right.
Here we go.
And
Whelan fighting for it. Did he get in?
He's short.
Down,
but
knee might have been down.
All right.
I got a feeling they're going to pull a little Tim Tebow here.
About 5 minutes left in the third quarter. LCA leads 28-14.
Tyler King and Burbage coming out for this play. I think you're right, Andre. I think it's going to be some form of run. Why not? I mean, until they can stop you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We got a power running back / quarterback.
And Whelan's in for the touchdown.
I think he's short.
Oh, he is short. I saw the referee raise his arm. I thought, oh, you have to raise 2 arms for a touchdown. Okay, sorry about that.
I don't know if we can get a replay, but I think he got his legs clipped. I don't know if it was by his own man or North Hardin. Yeah, maybe no replay.
Whelan, again, his own number.
Yep.
And there's no doubt on this one.
Too easy for the sophomore.
Goes in standing up.
So how impressive that this LCA team has come out into the second half. I mean, this has been, like I said in the first half, they have controlled the game, and that's certainly the same case here in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a very dominating second half for LCA. It's going to be super important for North Hardin to respond on this series. But man, LCA has just been so effective on all phases of the game up to this point.
Flag is down. Ball starts.
Fence. 5-yard penalty. On time down.
You know, you got to feel good as a coaching staff. You can lose your starting quarterback, replace him with the backup, and truly not miss one step.
No good. Field goal's no good.
Of the game.
Get the PAT 34-13 though instead of 35-13. Let's look at a replay. Really the key play of that drive, and with all the runs, the key play is a pass.
The blocking, plenty of time.
Not the best pass, but
kind of reminds me of that touchdown to Pearson in the first half, where it was just a little bit underthrown. If he had let him, could have been 6. But no matter, they got the touchdown.
That's right.
The numbers for Tyler King and Sam Pearson when this game is over, they had 7 catches combined in the first half. It's easily going to be over 10. It may be 16, 17 when it's all said and done.
That is a duo to watch out for this season for sure.
You're going to be calling their names a lot on Home Team Friday night.
Absolutely. Their names will be rent-free in my head over here.
You can write the script ahead of time.
Exactly. I don't even need to know.
All right, so after the missed PAT, it's 34-13, a 20-point lead for LCA. And here's the kickoff. It's a pooch kick.
Oh,
who's going to get it, though? The ball bounces.
Oh.
Falling on. Fortunately for the Trojans, that could have been a disaster for them. I guess the up man thought that there was somebody behind him to get it. He had no idea it was going to bounce.
Score 34-14 with 3:52 left in the third. It's been a fun night of football.
Yeah. Really cool.
I'm really hoping to see a spark in this drive from Decisive Kirkland. I've been waiting on it.
He's due.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
The defense is just too swarming for LCA.
I'm gonna ask, how do you feel about the protection that he is getting back there?
I mean, you know, the pocket's not going to hold up forever. He's going through the first progression on that concept, and now he's down. Oh, no, somebody else is down.
It's an LCA player. It's down.
But, yeah, you know, the pocket's not going to hold up forever. He's got to quickly make a decision who he's going to throw it to when he goes to his first, second read. And there's not a high probability he's going to be able to change sides of the field and then go make a play. It's just tough.
Right.
It's really tough. And I know he's frustrated too because he's probably not getting the type of protection he's used to or accustomed to.
When that's the case, what kind of conversations are you having with your offensive line?
It's not really the offensive line. I think it's more so it's a result of the play calling. I think they just need to be a little bit more creative and, you know, find different ways to get the ball out of his hands quickly, target runs. I mean, you got other guys on the roster too that you could potentially get the ball to, get them in space, or, you know, just have different formations, you know, 3-by-1, get guys in, you know, these clusters, which kind of confuse the secondaries and et cetera. They're just not doing a lot of that right now. And since they're down by 20 points. They really got to get things going if they want a chance to potentially win this game.
Conrad Hart, by the way, is the player for LCA who was down on the field. He was helped off the field. Has his helmet off right now on the sideline. They were stretching his leg when he was on the field, which made it look like a cramp situation again, but we're not sure about that. We'll have one of our sideline reporters check that out and let us know.
What's it that they use for the cramps? The pickle juice.
Yeah.
Might need to get some of that out here.
Yes, I think that would be good for the first few weeks of the season for every team. Kirkland with a pump fake, gets it to Lunds.
Might be a holding call. Flag thrown pretty early. We'll see. Yep. Holding.
Holding. You want it or back it?
This has just been an awful third quarter.
Yeah.
I can't think of one good thing that's happened.
The energy has felt very flat on both sides of the ball for them. You just can't find a spark on either side.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
So 2nd and 10 becomes 2nd and 20. Is that right?
Yeah, it should be 2nd and 20. And now it looks like Lunds is starting to get a cramp. He's stretching it out.
Is that basically what you have to do? Just stretch? Or the pickle
it?
juice?
Yeah.
Or Gatorade?
Yeah.
Or bananas.
Well, it says 2nd and 20, but it doesn't look like it with the sticks. That's weird.
No, they declined it, so it's 3rd and 9.
Okay. 3rd and 9.
See what they draw up. All right, now we're going to get to a 3-by-1. Some crossing routes.
Look at the blitz.
Big pressure on Kirkland. Does manage to avoid it, though, and
that's
fight his way.
Face mask.
They come flying in again. For him to avoid that blitz, he was coming in hot right there.
It was good. And if Andre is right, this will be a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
15-yard variety, too.
Yeah. Now, this is where the quarterback will get frustrated. You know, they have blitzes. The man's coming through free. He's not getting picked up. Quarterback doesn't have a chance to even observe downfield. That's super challenging and frustrating.
Definitely got their money's worth on that face mask. That was a full jerk there. All right, 1st and 10 near midfield. It's at the North Hardin 47. Kirkland out in the flat to Lunds. And Lunds manages to get 3 or 4.
Other than that return for the touchdown, you haven't seen too many explosive plays from North Hardin. That's certainly something they need to bring the energy back to this offense.
Yeah, LCA's done a really good job keeping everything in front of them and trying to contain. And I mean, they're flying to the football, so they're incredibly aggressive. But they're not giving away much on the field.
What a hit. Was that
Kari Adams, I believe? Was it 12?
Might have been Thomas Sizemore. Is that 32? Yeah.
Oh, that made the hit. Yeah.
Sophomore. Big time.
Kari Adams was like, oh, this is great. I'm being targeted. And then all of a sudden he got leveled.
So here, I wouldn't be surprised if they ran the ball because they're going to go for it 4th down. Right there, that's offside, so 1st down.
Bodie Darland, I believe, the offender there.
Flag on LCA. We'll back it up.
So 1st and 10 at the 42.
Here you got 1-on-1. with Lunds. I'm taking a shot.
I'm going to go with Burbage if they do. I like Burbage's game.
Flag, probably another holding call.
He gave him a lot of cushion there, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I'm sure you're going with Lunds.
What are they going to say? Legal formation?
Holding.
Yep.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Yep.
That's a holding penalty on North Hardin. Looking back 15 yards.
When it comes down to these penalties, do you think those are just first game things? You think those are something you can watch film and just correct?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can certainly learn from all the mental mistakes in the first game. You'd hope you've corrected them up to this point, so there's a minimal amount of mental mistakes. I mean, I don't know how many penalties they have up to this point. It's got to be close to 10.
Right.
At halftime, both teams combined for 11.
There goes Ja'Kylan Kirkland on the carry.
Nearly 80 penalty yards in the first half alone.
Wow.
For both, combined for both teams.
But yeah, you know, after this game, they're going to have a chance to watch the footage, see where they can improve, hopefully take the next step going into the following week and then have a drastically different type of performance. A little bit more concerned how North Hardin has just kind of gone in the tank a little bit here.
Kirkland flinging it deep. Off the mark.
Carter Penix is sitting down on the bench talking to his teammates. No specific update, but he looks like he's in okay spirits, talking down there.
And you said you saw him give the thumbs up when he was originally walking out of the tent.
Absolutely,
so
yes, he did do that.
The sirens blaring, 3rd and 10 from the 42. North Hardin trailing by 20. The third quarter is coming to close to an end with 51 seconds left. Need this badly. Screen pass, overthrown, too high. C.J. Rogers, no chance on that one.
Yeah, they're just out of sync at this point. I mean, it's difficult to make some of the passes, but when you're missing screens, you know, you're just not sort of in that rhythm.
And when you're down by 20, you go for it on 4th and 10.
You have no choice. You got to go for it.
LCA and LCA fans making some noise.
Kirkland. I was going to say, you better throw it beyond the sticks because that LCA defense is swarming. You're not going to get the first down, and he didn't.
Turnover on downs right there. It's LCA ball with 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They lead 34-14. And there we are, guys. Can we give everyone a wave?
Hey, we're waving this way?
There we are. Oh, yes, we are. From the scissor cam, and Hannah's waving back to us. It's been a fun time up here.
Can the Trojans find a way to stop Nash Whelan? Haven't done it yet.
I know, so many, yeah.
That time they had the answer for somebody other than Nash Whelan.
I think this will take us to the fourth quarter, but North really should consider how to adjust now that LCA has been predominantly a one-sided team or a one-dimensional team. I'd love to see him just go man-to-man across the board and just blitz or, you know, stack the box.
We are heading into the fourth quarter. We got all the LCA players holding up the big four, of course. Clock winding down. Again, 34-14 headed to the last quarter here at Lexington Christian Academy. For the both of you, do you feel like LCA has just played that well, or do you think oftentimes it's been North Hardin beating itself?
I think it's a combination. I mean, LCA has clearly been super efficient all game long. Again, all three phases of the game. They've owned, you know, sort of they've owned field position. They've moved the chains. They haven't had any turnovers, and they've generated a lot of points. And North Hardin, I mean, they've been killing themselves with all these mental errors, penalties, miscommunication, not on the same page with passing concepts and running, and then defensively they've been really they create a lot of discrepancies in terms of how they actually function and play those positions. So it's been challenging to watch, particularly in the third quarter.
We're gonna head to a quick break right here. Score 34-14 when we come back with our last quarter of football here at our home team showcase.
Six home team showcase. We begin the fourth quarter. LCA leading North Hardin 34-14, and the Eagles have the ball. If you're just joining us, Nash Whelan is the quarterback, the sophomore signal caller, throwing it deep right here, looking downfield for Sam Pearson. Nearly intercepted by North Hardin, but dropped. Nash Whelan is in the game because of an injury to starting quarterback, number 2, Carter Penix. Not sure exactly the extent of the injury, but we do know that he is likely done for the night. And so the sophomore signal caller is in, and he's had a very, very nice game. He's had a 54-yard touchdown run. That was before Carter Penix went out. Since then, he's had an 18-yard run for a touchdown and a 1-yard run. So he's doing really well in relief, leading to this 20-point lead. Here's Whelan again. That was a tough one to pull off, though, Andre. A lot of coverage there.
There was a lot of coverage there. And then I'm assuming holding on the offense.
That's a safe bet, based on where the flag is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, those two passes right there. not great decisions and not great ball placement, but that's literally what you have these opportunities for, right? Like, it's the end of the game. Well, you're in the fourth quarter. You're up by 20. He needs to get more exposure now if he's going to be the guy moving forward, because we don't know the extent of the injury for the starting quarterback. So give him them chances, right? Give him some experience and allow him to see what it's going to be, what it's going to feel like to make those type of decisions in real time. You don't really get that opportunity in practice. So I'm glad that they're making those decisions to throw the football, even in this circumstance.
I agree, because even if he makes a mistake at this point, because you're up by 20.
Yep. And your defense has been so dominant up to this point. I don't feel like they feel threatened on that side of the ball, so they're willing to take chances.
A 20-point lead feels like a 45 or 50-point lead because of the way their defense is playing.
Yeah.
At this point in the game for LCA, though, offensively, do you still take risks, see what you got, or do you run the ball to try and waste some of that clock and get out of here?
Yeah, you know, I think the fact that they have a potentially new starting quarterback who's an incredible runner, who's a natural runner, he may not have all the attributes in terms of passing that your starting quarterback did. So you need to now give him a chance to get that experience. The only way you're going to do that.
We're actually going to send it down to Peyton Hinkle, who is joined by LCA Athletic Director Kirby Willoughby.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Here on the field with Kirby Willoughby, as you just mentioned. She is the athletic director here at LCA. And Kirby, you're not only an alumni from LCA, but you grew up in a sports family. Your dad is Mitch Barnhart at UK. And what has that been like? Not only working here now since you graduated from here, but also the fact that you've grown up in a sports family and this is what you know and love.
Yeah, sports are awesome. They are very influential in our world, and it's something we're very passionate about. So it's been just a great experience to be back here and to share our love of sports with our kids here and this school and this place. It's special to us.
And why do you think this school is so special? You're here at LCA. You have some great athletes. We were having fun with them all morning when we did Home Team Friday Night's kickoff. And it's just a great time, a great atmosphere, right?
It is. It's awesome. Our coaches are great. Our kids take after them, and we have great people around us and in this program, and Coach Watkins has been awesome and really just puts that family atmosphere into who we are and what we do, and it's a fun group to be around.
Well, you guys have welcomed us with open arms, and we appreciate y'all for allowing us to broadcast this. Why do you think this is such a great opportunity for your all's athletes?
This is one-of-a-kind experience for them. How many get to say they get to be a part of this? And so not only do you have Friday Night Lights, but you get to do it this way. It's so neat for them, and I'm so excited they get to be a part of this.
Well, Kirby, I know you've been busy around here, so we're going to let you go, but thank you so much for taking the time to join us for a few minutes.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll send it back up to you in the booth.
Thanks, Peyton. Another special shout out to Kirby and her team for all of their help putting this together. They've made it easy on our end, so we are very appreciative of that.
We were talking earlier in the third quarter about the penalty situation. We got the updated third quarter statistics. The two teams have combined now for 15 penalties for 114 yards. So the numbers are as whopping as it feels.
Gonna have to minimize those going into week 2, that's for sure. Especially, you know, LCA, their schedule just gets tougher and tougher. You can't have those type of penalties against good teams.
Yeah, good point. There's Kirkland again. Does he have anything in him? Gets the benefit of a pass interference call. Of course, Burbage doesn't agree with it.
Throwing his hands up a little bit.
Not
I like
me.
to think that's all what DBs do. Not me, I would never. Super cool that some of these athletes have their father to really get wisdom from. Of course, they want to create their own career and their own pathway, but to have those kind of people as role models to look up to and have and talk to in your ear every day, that's got to be pretty special.
Yeah.
There's the replay there where he didn't think there was any pass interference at all.
The pass interference penalty against LCA moves the ball to the Eagles' 46-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for North Hardin.
1st and 10 near midfield. At the 44, or 46, I should say, of LCA. A little screen pass set up to Winfield, and we'll see what he can do with it. He's the guy who had the 100-yard kickoff return earlier in the game, but really picks up about a yard on that play.
Second and 9. There you go. Still got the LCA fans, despite the score, still hoping to keep their defense in this game. That was good coverage right there from Burbage. Celebration.
His dad, by the way, Cornell, played wide receiver in the National Football League for the Dallas Cowboys. I was wondering about that.
I'm wondering if they still do some one-on-ones.
Yeah, that's right. And funny enough, Cornell Burbage went to Bryan Station, which is the team we featured in our first game of this Fox 56 home team showcase. 3rd and 9, a must-have for Mr. Kirkland. He completes it over the middle. That will be a first down. Catch made by number 87, Carson Thompson.
Tackled by number 19, General Lee, Jamie Lee. First and 10 from North Hardin.
Kirkland again, the handoff to Winfield.
We'd really like to see them find the end zone here. It's been a while.
And they need to find it pretty fast because time is starting to be
certainly is
a little bit of an issue here.
Yeah.
They can't just take a methodical drive down here to pull within 13 and have only 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, again, LCA has been really good with not giving away big plays, forcing them to take the underneath. So it's slowly moving the chains, but ultimately just eating away tons of time off the clock.
Kirkland's pass complete to Corvante Gaines. Good for another first down for the Trojans.
Beer with the carry there.
Tackled by number 62.
Andre, what are you seeing from this offense on this drive right here?
I mean, they're moving the ball, but you can tell based off body language that they're mentally tapped out, hoping to get this game over with.
Yeah.
But you know, it'll be good though that at least they're getting some of the experience and other guys to catch the ball. In the first half, probably third quarter, they were primarily targeting Lund, trying to get him a chance to catch the ball and make plays in space. They weren't really using all of their personnel. Now the quarterback feels like he's kind of spreading it out a little bit. But still, that's primarily because the defense is playing prevent defense. I mean, they're not trying to give away the big play, so they're making them take everything underneath.
3rd and 3 from the 15. Another must-have for the Trojans. Kirkland looking into the end zone. Does he have his man? Beautiful. He has his man for the touchdown, North Hardin.
What a catch.
Listen, that was an absolute gorgeous pass. I mean,
we knew he was going to find his spark.
It doesn't get any better than that pass. I'd love to see a replay of that. I mean, you have to drop that in a bucket.
That was Makai White with the touchdown.
Yeah, beautiful catch. But that pass.
Cut to 34-20 with the extra point try.
We'll go for the extra point. Trey Mahon in. And he gets it through the uprights to make it a 34-21 game with 7:54 left.
And that score looks a whole lot better than what it did before. It makes a difference right there.
Not out of the realm of possibility. If LCA really needs to put something together on this next drive to chew up some of that clock.
7:54 left. That's still a good amount of football. There's a lot that could happen in that time.
Really, just a couple of big plays. You never know. A reminder, after our newscast tonight, or after our game tonight, we will have Fox 56 News at, we call it 10. But in this case, it's going to be a little later than that.
Sure is.
Marvin Bartlett, Andrea Walker.
Best of the best.
Justin Esterly all standing by, and Colby will have the latest on Home Team Friday nights live here from the stadium. So stay with us once this game is over. Do you go onside kick here, Andre?
Yeah.
It looks like LCA is ready for that.
I think you do. I don't know why you would not.
Shift it down the field.
The LCA student section is still going strong. Peyton Hinkle joins us right in the middle of them. Peyton.
Hey guys, yeah, this student section, they have been hanging on all day, and they are still here celebrating the Eagles. Hopefully they'll get a win. Still got about 7 minutes or so. All right, Tatum, what is your favorite cheer to do in the student section?
My favorite cheer to do is probably just go Eagles go.
All right, well, do you guys have a favorite student section theme?
Yes, mine's definitely Hawaiian.
What about you?
Blackout.
I'm gonna have to go with camo.
Okay, so we got a few, all three different ones. All right, let's hear it one more time. Let's give the energy. Let's hear it. They are still hyped up, guys. We'll send it back up to you.
Hey, we love to see that. And how about the popcorn? I could use some of that down there. A little late night snack, almost midnight here at Lexington Christian Academy. A fun night of football, though.
Definitely been a great time. So the Eagles trying to run out some of this clock. We'll see, imagine they'll stay on the ground with Whelan. That's his specialty. Over the right side. Holds on to the football. That's the most important thing, even if he didn't gain a lot of yards. Nothing stupid at this point. No turnovers.
Yeah, you definitely got to be careful with this game winding down. Still having Whelan out there. Again, you don't know the status of Carter Penix, so they're going to need to keep Whelan as healthy as possible.
First and 10. Oh, the hard count got that Trojan defense.
Prior to the snap,
3v5.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Paul and Andre, I'll ask you both, with this LCA team, what position group are you most impressed by?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say
that was kind of easy. I mean, given what King and Pearson have done.
You know, I would say the wide receiver group as well, but I would also have to say the offensive line really impressed me. The fact they've lost 4 previous starters and they look so effective tonight against a pretty large group in the North Hardin Trojans defensive front. I mean, they were moving those guys around.
It's actually a really good point because they kept Carter Penix clean to where he could have time to throw to Pearson and King. So that's a good point.
Well, speaking of the wide receivers, we're going to actually send it to our player of the game who happens to come from that group.
Another run up the middle.
The player of the game is sponsored by Aptiva Health Orthopedics.
Well, it was pretty evident in this game, too, who our player of the game is. Of course, going to the junior, Sam Pearson, both sides of the ball, but he's made his status known from start to finish in this one.
Yeah, no real surprise there. He's been fun to watch. And, you know, you'd have even more catches if Penix had stayed in the game. Obviously, the run is now the focus to Nash Whelan. He gives to Pearson, though, this time, so he'll have a chance to gain some more yards on the ground. Hey, another flag thrown in late.
What does that make it, 16?
At least. It was 15 through 3. I think there's been more than one here. I don't know. Feels like it anyway. What does that usually indicate when a flag's thrown in that late in the play from that position?
It's likely on the offense.
Yeah.
Especially when it's coming from the secondary.
Personal foul.
Blindside block.
And we're backing it back up. Still 4:46 left to go in this one. LCA leads 34-21. Whelan's still out there.
Oh,
wow.
Ooh, that's a risky play.
Very much so, yeah.
That could have, I mean, easily been a pick 6 if there's just something, you know, little thing went wrong there.
And you normally don't see that style of screen being thrown from the opposite hash all the way to the numbers on the field side.
Yeah, they always say don't throw
It's
across
dangerous.
the field, right?
Yeah, it's dangerous. Whether there's somebody applying pressure or not, that's a very long throw.
I would have liked to have seen him just run it at that point to the far side or just take the sack.
Yeah, just
why
eat it.
risk it?
I'd be surprised they throw it, but
Sidearm fling to Pearson.
oh
Late.
my goodness. That's automatic first down.
44 on North Hardin with a late hit there.
Grant Grady, he'd like to have that one back, I suppose.
Yeah.
You assume that's just emotions playing into the game. This one, ready for this one to be over. You're down, but can't make decisions like that for your team.
Sick of Pearson catching the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's mental toughness. It has to set in at some point. You're imploding as a team.
A lot of lessons to be learned from game one for all 4 teams that we've featured, without a doubt.
Absolutely, and I feel like that's the fun part about it. Maybe coaches wouldn't agree, but you learn who your team is pretty quick. And then, of course, the goal after that is just to continue to progress.
The ideal situation is you get through it with a win. You're not nearly as upset when you teach them the next day. First and 10 at the 34. Whelan faking the handoff and has a lot of room over the left side. Cuts up the middle, and he's gone for another touchdown. Nash Whelan doing it with his legs.
My.
What is that, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night?
I believe so.
The sophomore.
I feel like he's going to have quite a few more as the season progresses.
That's what we call in the broadcasting
All right, we've got a lot of fun moments in this one, but we're going to send it to our play of the game.
Here's your play of the game, sponsored by Andy's Frozen Custard.
All right, it's the same player, the guy we've been talking about, the sophomore QB, Whelan, just taking over, especially after Carter Penix went down. You wouldn't even feel like there was a huge momentum shift from Penix to Whelan.
This was his 54-yard touchdown run in the 2nd quarter, and it was a thing of beauty. And then here's Whelan again. Another angle of that play. Did a great job at the end, too, fighting off number 5 and 12 to make sure he got across the goal line.
Coach Watkins talked about his athleticism. There he is right there on your screen. That's been on full display tonight, that's for sure. Even him, not tired. I mean, yeah, he's got some water in his hand, but wouldn't think he just made that run.
That has to be exciting, only a sophomore.
Whew. Along with that O-line, they're going to be something to deal with.
We're going to be saying his name a lot over the next few years.
Absolutely. 3:04 left in this ball game. 41-21, LCA ahead. You know, you have to think that Oakley Watkins' first game as a head coach, he has to be pretty satisfied with his play calling and with how his team has executed.
I agree. A lot of good things out there on film for him to look at over the next few days.
Yeah. I would definitely be gratified after this
Absolutely.
game.
They know better than to kick into Winfield, I think, at this point. So they're just going to
smart
drop it in short.
And another shout out to the LCA cheerleaders and dance team. They're still going strong from start to finish, keeping this home side over here energized. It's been fun to see.
That's a lot. I mean, what are their voices like the next morning? I mean, that's a lot of screaming.
I can't imagine. Honestly, I have so much respect for them. Even like the memorization of the routines. You have like 12 of them. I don't even know. Plus the routine you go out and do on the field. I mean,
right.
Could not be me. I would embarrass myself out there, that's for sure. About describes the game right there for North Hardin so far.
Just not quite on.
Not at all.
We're down to under 3 minutes now to go. This one is safely in the victory column for LCA, leading by 20.
Didn't gain much right there.
Nope.
It looks like it's around 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Incomplete.
A quick shout out to Arts Rental for the scissor lift. Because of them, we have gotten great shots of the games. Again, a big thank you and shout out to Arts Rental.
Andre, did you say you ever experienced a game like this when you were at North Hardin?
Losing by a considerable amount?
Yeah, just a tough game where it was just not your night and you had to just sort of finish it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's a sort of the unfortunate reality of playing sports. Sometimes you're gonna, what
man.
a recovery.
Very tough.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you're in these predicaments where you're just getting absolutely demolished. And again, North Hardin was in the game in the first half, and in the third quarter just kind of, opened the floodgates, and they haven't been able to regroup.
Yeah, only
What do you
trailing
do?
by 7 at the half. And
Yeah.
now by 20.
So, as a team, I think, the best thing that they can do, the best course of action is go home, review the tape, see where they can improve, try to incorporate things that'll make them a better unit, be more efficient in terms of play calling and decision making. And then, hey, try to keep developing and give yourself the best opportunity to be successful for the rest of the season.
And one loss doesn't doom you for the rest of
Nope.
the season.
It doesn't define your season.
Plenty of room for error. Still make the playoffs. You know,
Still win their division, the region.
Figure things out.
Andre, if I'm correct, in your time at North Hardin, you reached the playoffs each season. Is that correct?
I mean,
and threw more than 1,000 yards each season. How was your receiver corps?
Well, the weird thing is we rarely threw the football until like my senior year. We were a wishbone team.
Wow.
So my passes would come from under the center after I did like a counter pass. And the tight ends would run like corner routes or crossing routes. 2 tight ends. That's it. That was my options.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it seemed to work out.
Yeah.
With those being just your options.
It's funny, on the collegiate level, you can recognize talent anywhere. It doesn't matter what type of system you run. They'll find you.
Do you remember what star? Did they have star rankings back then?
Yeah, I was a 4-star,
Nice.
top 5 quarterback in the country.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It turned out okay for me.
I love it. Here we go again, folks. Bennett Goodallis trying to get in the score sheet there with a touchdown run.
You can get the day's new headlines with the team you can trust only on Fox 56. Join Marvin Bartlett, Andrea Walker, and meteorologist Justin Esterly as they deliver the biggest stories, breaking updates, and the latest forecast weekday evenings at 6:30, 7, and 10 on Fox 56. And you also catch them right after this, so please be sure to stay tuned in.
All right, minute to go. We'll see what LCA does. Obviously knocking on the door once again. I imagine Oakley Watkins is not going to want to rub salt in the wound, so I think it's just, well, what do you think? Maybe
I would
not.
assume
Looks like he's running a play
sign
here.
of sportsmanship and take a knee, but
Gives it the, okay.
he has other thoughts in mind.
Clock is winding down here.
About a 3-second differential. No, actually, they haven't started the play clock yet, so that may be it.
I believe it. Oh, he's up now.
Yep. They don't have to run another play now, it looks like.
We still have no specific injury update on Carter Penix, but he's in the same spot he has been in since that injury, on the sideline, still out here supporting his team.
We'll have a chance to talk to Oakley Watkins after the game, and we'll find out then, I'm sure. Oh, here comes the Gatorade shower on Coach Watkins.
First win as a head coach, you absolutely love to see it in dominant fashion. 41-21 over the North Hardin Trojans, and here come the handshakes. Well, what a night it's been for us here up in the booth. 2 games. Fun ones at that. Great environment. No better way, seriously, to kick off this high school football season.
There's nobody I'd rather have done it with than you two. It was fantastic.
Yeah, quite the experience.
Great experience.
The honor was certainly mine. Well, Andre and Paul, ask you two both, out of these 4 teams that we just watched, any teams stick out to you the most? I feel like it's kind of evident, but I want to get your guys' opinions on that.
Yeah, I mean, LCA looked really good tonight. South Warren looked really good tonight. I don't know how the two compare, but clearly, you know, a lot better than their opponents today. It'll be interesting to see how their seasons continue to progress over time, but I think they're certainly one of the 2 top teams in their divisions to potentially compete for state this year.
I think that's well said. It'll be interesting to track these teams as the season goes on. I might give LCA just a little bit of the edge, but going forward, if we don't, until we know what Carter Penix's situation is, I don't know.
And Coach Watkins did say he does believe his team can compete for a 2A state championship. I would say, just based off what we saw tonight, that is a very feasible goal.
Yeah, I think the fact that he keeps reminding them of the standard, I think it's well ingrained in their brains, and it's going to serve them well the rest of this season.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready for the trophy presentation. Let's go into the host.
And I see Coach Watkins making his way over to our Connor Sturgill, so that interview should be happening momentarily.
And Paul, you hit the nail on the head. We are going to send it down to Connor Sturgill, who is joined by LCA head coach Oakley Watkins.
All right, Coach Watkins, before we get into anything, do you have any update on Carter Penix?
Yeah, I think it scared him a little bit. I think it's just a little hyperextension. He was rolling out and just stepped on it wrong, but I think he's going to be okay. Really proud of our kids of handling adversity in that way tonight.
You lose your star quarterback, but then Nash Whelan gets in there and does his thing. What does that show about your team?
I think our guys have been so resilient all this offseason. I've been so proud of them. We talk about facing adversity and playing the next play and doing things right the first time, and that's what these guys did tonight for me, and so proud of them. I mean, I'm so proud of our staff for pouring into these guys and our players for just doing everything they possibly can to step up in the biggest moments.
You got the remnants on you, your first win as a head coach and on live TV. So what did being in the showcase just tell you about yourself and your team in this big moment?
You know, I always just want our kids to know I love them. That's the most important piece. And regardless if we're on TV or not, my kids know that. But for us to be able to do this on a big stage like that where people are able to watch them all across the state was pretty special. And I know that's going to be something they remember for the rest of their life. So thank you guys at Fox for doing this for us.
Well, Coach, congrats on your first win. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Connor. And again, a congrats to Coach Watkins. Paul, Andre, super fun being up here with you. I'll just get your final thoughts on the night.
I would say it's been great, as I mentioned, being alongside you and a UK Hall of Famer. And it's just been fun to kick off the start of the 2025 high school football season in Kentucky. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of good, a lot of bad. But that's to be expected in the first game. And probably one of my biggest highlights is seeing Peyton Hinkle in the crowd with all the fans.
Absolutely. And Andre, how about you?
Yeah, it was just an enjoyable experience. Super glad I had a chance to be a part of this. Really enjoyed it.
Did a great job.
Absolutely.
Likewise.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Colby Wilson, Paul Jones, and Andre Woodson. We appreciate it. We're going to send it to Marvin and Andrea in studio for our newscast.